Okay, that worked. Cool. Cool. Nice background, thank you. You got that pink K-pop filter on? Yeah, it's just, this is how it is. That's just how it is. We eat grilled chicken like Hasan does around 5 p.m. I won't be live around 5 p.m., so, maybe. Wait, Elon Musk was on, oh no, it's a meme. I thought Elon Musk was on SNL for a second. Anyway, let's get to the news, chat. By the news, I mean the pop culture news, because that's what I do here. I do pop culture news. Chrome browser. I got canceled. Chatterino. Hunter Wilds, I have not played yet, but I want to. All right. Let's see what we got going on. First, I'm going to play this, see if it plays.
That means
It does play. Cool. But I can't hear anything because everything is so freaking quiet. Oh, maybe that's what it is. Okay. It's loud for you guys. It's quiet for me. Let's try that.
probably been banned. That's right.
Okay. So, context. If you don't know, yesterday apparently Hasan was banned off the platform. Hey, he's in this room. He was banned off the platform. I had no idea he posted it. Yeah, because he posted it 9 hours ago, which was like freaking midnight. So, let's see what he has to say.
What's up, everyone? If you're seeing this, that means I've probably been banned.
Why is Hasan in your streaming room? That's a great question, honestly. I didn't think about that one. Why is he in the streaming room? Anyway, okay. Funny jokes about me stealing Hasan's background, but let's focus up, chat. We're gonna focus up, and we're going to watch this video.
What's up, everyone? If you're seeing this, that means I've probably been banned. That's right. Cancel culture has finally come for me. Oh my God, it's over. It's over. The free speech warriors. Where are you now? They've taken me out, ladies and gentlemen. It's over. I'm done. A couple days ago, I had a conversation where I was responding to the Republican House of Representatives Speaker, and I said some things. Let's take a look at what I said. Libs of TikTok, of course, posted about it. Here's what Libs of TikTok claimed I was.
I actually don't think I was watching at this time, so I didn't even know he said this. Also, I love the @FBI. That's my favorite part. I love the @FBI.
Saying Hasan Parker just called for violence against a sitting U.S. senator. If you cared about Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott @FBI. This got 17,000 likes. This was on February 28th. Let's take a look at this clip really quickly.
Oh, it was the last day of Black History Month. That's when Ethan was coming after me. That's what I was talking about that day. You know what I mean? I was talking about that, and so I completely missed this entire thing, this entire conversation. I remember that day? Yeah, because it was like 3 days ago, chat. 3 or 4 days ago. She read it early, thought he was about to get deported.
$50 billion estimated that are lost every year in Medicaid, just in fraud alone. No.
If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott, okay? You wouldn't make Rick Scott, former governor of Florida, Rick Scott, you wouldn't make him a prominent part of the Republican Party. Now, that seems like a wild thing to say. Oh my God. Is this person calling for the death of a U.S. senator? Of course not. I was not calling for the assassination of a U.S. senator. So I went back to figure out the context. Here it is. Let's take a look.
Are people who are covered by Medicaid now going to potentially lose Medicaid coverage as a result of this?
I've seen it somewhere before. Yeah, I've seen it somewhere before as well. Where? Who knows? But
No, look, the White House has made a commitment. The president said over and over and over, we're not going to touch Social Security, Medicare, or Medicaid. We've made the same commitment. Now, that said, what we are going to do is go into those programs and carve out the fraud, waste, and abuse and find efficiencies. Couple of examples. There's about $50 billion estimated that are lost every year in Medicaid, just in fraud alone. No.
That fraud is not coming from individuals, it's coming from providers. They're not tackling providers. They're not actually going after like false billing. They are trying to cut recipients. If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would Rick Scott. The reason why I'm saying if you cared about Medicare or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott is because, and not make him a prominent part of the Republican Party, is because he to this day is still known as committing the largest Medicare fraud in U.S. history. They want to cut SNAP. They want to cut Medicaid. They want to cut the funding of Medicaid. They want to make it harder for people to receive Medicaid. They don't want to
This is
actually...
another ban card situation. Like, will this blow up? It's similar. For sure. But like Hasan is like freaking like 10 to 20 times larger. I mean, not that much larger, but like 3 times larger now than he was then. I think people are trying to move on and stop caring. Bringing Hasan unbanned. Oh, look, I'm immediately vindicated. You know what I mean? Twitch partner HASANABI has been unbanned after 23 hours, 42 minutes, and 43 seconds. Like, yeah. Yeah, like, that's it. That's the answer. People are going to move on and find a different thing that Hasan says and, you know, or a different person to get mad at. And also, yes, chat, it wasn't a full day. Twitch never bans for a full day, right? If you go to any of the unbans on this account, it'll always say, you know, 6 days, you know, 23 hours, 45 minutes. It always says that. You know what I mean? It's completely normal. Do you have to leave Hasan's house now? I guess I do. He'll kick me out eventually. One day. Oh. Dang it. I've got baited. I've been baited. This is from 2022. I got baited. Okay, mods, take whoever sent that out back and feed them a nice steak dinner. But make it not Wagyu beef. I was played like a fiddle. Indeed. Chatter lied, people died. It's true. Anyway, what happened December 7th, 2022? You don't want to know about what happened December 7th, 2022, chat. You don't want to know. Actually, I don't remember. Anyway, never mind. Let's continue.
Go after medical providers or the insurance companies or the nursing homes that are lining their pockets with major donations. Those are the people who actually engage in the fraud. It's not your uncle that's like lying about their condition and stealing money from the government by, you know, going to the doctor or whatever. Okay, so obviously I shouldn't have used hyperbolic language, and there's definitely some ownership that I must take. Some apologies there. I should not have said Mike Johnson should kill Rick Scott. I should have simply said Mike Johnson should punish Rick Scott, perhaps with the, you know, maximum punishment, whatever that would be, for defrauding Medicare and Medicaid for over $1.7 billion. Now, let's talk about the things that he did in this process, because Rick Scott co-founded the Columbia Hospital Corporation, which later merged to a corporation known as Columbia/HCA, which eventually became the nation's largest for-profit healthcare company.
I do think that I saw on Twitter, so I'm still in a state from Twitter, but I do think the best part about this entire situation is that like more people know about the Republican, like, or Scott specifically, just being complete fraudsters and liars. And I love that we're getting mad at Hasan instead of getting mad at somebody who's stolen like a freaking $1 billion collectively from U.S. taxpayers. Like, people who love Doge, you know what I mean? Oh, we're gonna find inefficiencies in the government. We're gonna find these you know, intricacies of who's stealing the money and like all these welfare queens or whatever. But like seemingly they just don't care about the biggest recipients of government handouts. Like they're of the person who's running this campaign in the first place, like Elon Musk or like Rick Scott, who steals monies out of the American people's pockets. Right? But I think it is a good way to educate people just in general about it's kind of like his like it's kind of like his 9/11 take a little bit, right? In that it's a good jumping off point to get people who are like, oh, how dare he say this about 9/11? How dare he say that also, yes, Chatter, you're late, okay? You're late. We know that it's not the fake Streamer Beds account. It's a real Streamer Beds account, right? The problem is that it's from 2022. Keep up. Anyway, people be like, oh, how dare he say this about 9/11 or whatever. And you can use that as an opportunity to explain to them the concept of blowback and explain to them the concept of like the American enterprise and how the way that America operates within other nations and foreign nations makes people hate America and pushes people to, retaliate against America. Right? It's a jumping off point from that.
Rick Scott, who of course also looks like Voldemort, did a lot of things. The company defrauded Medicare, Medicaid, and other federal programs. The U.S. Department of Justice won 14 felony convictions against the company, which was fined $1.7 billion in what was at the time the largest healthcare fraud settlement in United States history.
HCA was defrauding the government.
HCA admitted to things like submitting inflated bills and exaggerating diagnoses to increase Medicare reimbursements.
According to federal investigators, the hospital company systematically defrauded Medicare, Medicaid, and other federal healthcare programs while paying kickbacks to its physicians. Scott, of course, denied any wrongdoing.
Scott pled the fifth 75 times to avoid jail for Medicare fraud.
He didn't go to jail over this. He didn't even get any punishments over this. And Scott's resignation certainly was fantastic. For his pockets, he walked away with $10 million in severance pay, a 5-year consulting contract, and $300 million in stock and options. He is now the wealthiest member of the United States Senate. Rick Scott also in the past apologized, took ownership seemingly over his actions, but since then, in his endless interest in gutting all of these social safety nets so the American poor suffer more, Rick Scott has actually seemingly turned around and thinks that this was political prosecution, pure political prosecution against him.
No, I'm fed up. I watched what happened to me and my company. I've watched what's happened. I've talked to business people over the years, what's happened to them when you have political persecution.
What I was simply trying to say is Republicans don't care about the actual fraud that takes place in terms.
I like more to saw a video from Hasan. This is his old like TYT days. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like the vibe here. And he can't necessarily do that now because he spends like 9 hours a day streaming. But yeah, he did used to make videos like this.
Terms of government entitlement.
How long before we know how long the ban is? Chad's saying 24 hours. And the ban happened like 20 hours ago. So honestly, he should be live by the time, his regular stream time today. We should be unbanned by his regular stream time today.
S0 Unsold just subscribed.
I see a lot of people say 3 days. Somebody said in the Discord 24 hours. But I don't know. Somebody said that Imhud said 24 hours, but I actually have no idea. No clue.
Entitlements programs in terms of government expenditure, because if they did, they obviously would punish Rick Scott. Rick Scott would not be a prominent fixture of the Republican Party. Rick Scott, who was elected as the governor of Florida after he committed the largest Medicare fraud in U.S. history at the time.
3 days? Okay, then it'll probably be 3 days then.
$3 million. That's the amount that we know about so far that Scott and the Republican Party spent on TV advertising.
Rick Scott, who then went on to become the Florida senator.
On Sunday, a manual recount confirmed Republican Governor Rick Scott's victory over the incumbent Democrat Bill Nelson.
Once again, after doing insane amounts of Medicare fraud.
Elon Musk posted on X his support for Florida Senator Rick Scott for Senate Majority Leader.
This was simply the point. But of course, Republicans want to avoid this point. As
was Will guessing, or what was he told? I don't know. I have no clue. The only person who directly knows is Hasan. I don't know. I have no idea.
Asmongold, for those of you who don't know, is a right-wing political commentator. He does have some centrist opinions every now and then. I believe he himself actually is a big advocate for healthcare, likes Bernie Sanders, but spends most of his time simply sitting around and reacting to Donald Trump. He is now officially, by my estimations, a larger right-wing political commentator than even the likes of Ben Shapiro. Very successful in this field. His videos reacting to Donald Trump get millions of views, more so than the Daily Wire could ever dream of. Asmongold also is the largest political content creator on Twitch in general. He's the largest political streamer now. He's double my size. He's always been double my size, but he's now double my size when it comes to political commentary as well. So let's see what the largest free speech defender had to say. He actually voluntarily brings this up in a YouTube video called, "What the fuck is Twitch doing?" The YouTube video's from 2 days ago with 1 million views. The first 13 minutes of it is just reacting to the latest Klein video, who is falsely smearing me as someone who doesn't care about Israeli civilians or whatever, which is obviously incorrect, but...
Sorry, I got a call real quick. I have to look at my voicemail. Word is back.
Hey, he actually...
She's my African princess.
The Kate's Me OW just subscribed.
The Kate's Meow. Thank you for the tier 1. Much appreciated.
Voluntarily brings this up in a YouTube video called, "What the fuck is Twitch doing?" The YouTube video's from 2 days ago with 1 million views. The first 13 minutes of it is just reacting to the latest Klein video, who is falsely...
Also, Sound Soul, thank you for the Prime.
Smearing me as someone who doesn't care about Israeli civilians or whatever, which is obviously incorrect, but we'll get to that perhaps down the line. He packaged that up with the Libs of TikTok video to call for my banning.
Let me see if I can find it here. Like I do, as I said, I do try to maintain a degree of neutrality with a lot of this stuff. And I try not to go too like super hard on it. I'll link you guys the video real quick before I get into it. And
he's linking the Klein video to his audience because, you know, to show support.
Yeah, there's the video. It's the Ethan video.
Have you actually looked at the H3 sub? No. What? No. What? Do you think I spend my free time of my normal person life scrolling through Reddit in general, but the H3 sub specifically? Like, I do not. No. So let's screenshot a thread from there on Twitter. It's insane. I'm sure it is.
This is the reason why Klein doesn't talk about Asmongold and his apologia for certain regimes of the past. You know, Ethan, who really cares about anti-Semitism, of course. That's why he constantly comes after me, someone he knows has a long track record alongside him at times, attacking anti-Semites and explaining to people what famous dog whistles are and things of that nature. But that'll be for a different day.
Oh, God, that's more content. Every time Hasan utters Ethan's name, that's another week of content, bro. That is one more week of content. Because Ethan's not going to be happy by Hasan being banned. Right, what's today? Today, Monday? Today's Tuesday. So I'm guessing that he was live yesterday, right? And I'm guessing he talked about Hasan's ban, right? But I don't even think that he did. He just seemed sad yesterday. Olivia quit. I don't believe that. I need some. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, geez, Louise, you missed so much on a plane. You were on a plane. He mentioned you. What did I do? Okay, I feel like I feel like this chatter is just trolling. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. You were mentioned too about the Dean stuff. You took my unemployed man's house already. I get the clip. What did I do? Did he say he'll have me on the stream? Personally, I think Hasan got a little overboard in responding to his critics. I'm not sure if you feel the same. I get it. I get it. I understand why he'd do it. Do you know when he's back, or did they not say? I don't know. I'm getting the only thing that I know is stuff from chat, right? And if you guys didn't hear from Hasan, then assume that I don't know either. You know what I mean? I have no information for you. Given another black left content creator, there's more of us. Ugh. The TikTok girl, I forgot her name. The TikTok girl. He's so racist to her. What are y'all talking about? What did I... Also, we could be done with Ethan? I mean, I'm at least slightly curious. I'll add it to the docket.
I think Avery mentioned...
Because I need to know every tiny piece of lore. I am slightly curious as to why people think Olivia's gone. That's what I'm curious about, number one. Number two, Ethan being sad that Hasan was banned. He was arguing against Hasan interviewing the incarcerated firefighters. How do you argue against that? Did Sean hire Olivia? Yeah, what are you talking about? She's been streaming several times a week ever since Ethan yelled at her. She streamed while she was supposed to be off work sick. I mean, he was straight up defending prison slavery. No, he was not. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna say he was not, because that sounds like an Ethan thing to do. He was pro-slavery throughout the end of the stream. Okay. There's a lot of information that you guys are throwing at me that I'm trying to process all at once. Just slow down. Let's get through this video first. And then we can circle back around to whatever you guys are talking about. All right? Is that fair? I'm not even clicking that link. We're going to get through this video first, because I never finish videos, famously. We're going to get through this video first.
So,
Ideological coffee? No.
Captured. It's sad. I think a lot of people are. I saw this the other day, actually this morning. Where is it here? Here we go.
Hey, Dan Clancy. Time to wish us on another happy birthday song, you hack fuck. Anyone else will get permabanned on Twitch for this. This is beyond the pale. This is enticing your audience to kill a sitting senator. Don't people go to jail for this? This is not me enticing my audience to kill a sitting U.S. senator. That is ridiculous. Everybody knows that that is ridiculous. The people that are complaining about this know that that is ridiculous. But I'm glad that I was able to show you the context, the full context of what I was talking about. If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would Rick Scott, okay? You wouldn't make Rick Scott, former governor of Florida, Rick Scott, you wouldn't make him a prominent part of the Republican Party.
That is crazy. That is nuts. And I've said before, there's a statute of limitations, but apparently this was yesterday. Yeah, this happened yesterday even.
So the new stream really should be taken over permanently? That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God. How's that not against the TOS? It is. And it is an open call to violence. And I would challenge anybody who thinks that it's not an open call to violence to say that exact thing about Donald Trump and then tell me if Secret Service shows up at your house or not. Really. It's very obviously a call to violence.
Asmongold does this all the time, by the way. Right? He does this all the time. He'll take something that's like simultaneously out of context, but also him misinterpreting the context, and then claim that it's something to claim back. I don't understand how this person isn't banned yet. Right? This is very clearly a call to violence. Like when I said that you should have killed every single slave owner after slavery, he's like, well, he's obviously calling for genocide, right? That's a call for genocide. You know what I mean? Like, Asmongold doesn't understand what words mean. Right? But the crazy part is that he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to understand what words mean. He doesn't need to understand or actually have a valid take. He just has a bunch of people around him, right? Didn't Asmon say he wants to go on ice raids? Yes. But he gets to do that. You know what I mean? There's all this chat saying a Nazi saying he's okay with it. Yes. But again, he gets to do that. Right? It's very easy to just look at your, like, you know, political opponents. Because that's what it is, right? It's like Hasan is Asmongold's political opponent. It's very easy to, like, look at your political opponents and then pretend like they have this take that they don't have. And then write it off as though a extremist or violent take, instead of actually engaging with the critique specifically. Even though going to forcibly deport migrants is an act of violence, right? But like, you know, because he's like propped up by the systems itself, he gets to do that. Where like you can't even do any because even if Hasan said, instead of like, you know, what he said like throw Rick Scott in jail, that would still be looked at as like, oh, Hasan wants to jail his political opponents, right? It wouldn't be like a consistent ideological position about the fact that Rick Scott has done the most Medicare fraud in history, right? It'd be like, oh, Hasan wants to jail his political opponents and he thinks people should go to jail for no reason or whatever. Everything you say is twisted and then, you know, misattributed to like your incorrect position. That's all it is.
And Twitch doesn't do anything? Well, I don't know if they've really seen it or anybody's reported it or anything like that.
I think Asmongold is covering this because he wants Twitch to see it. He's done this a couple times in the past couple of weeks. I understand. We are ideologically butting heads on Twitch. Asmongold and I disagree vehemently on a lot of issues, all the way from the history of Nazi Germany down to the fact that immigrants are not actually contributing to the American crime rates in the way that the Republican administration presents it. They're not destroying our culture in the way that Asmongold approaches the subject matter. There's plenty of disagreements there, and I think that he's doing this deliberately, I will say, in an effort to, you know, shit stir a little bit and try to get me banned, which worked.
The clip's too short. Maybe it's out of context. I hope so. I definitely do. Hopefully it's out of context. How are you gonna...
Now, once he said this, does Asmongold go back and seek out the context? No, he doesn't. Instead, he follows
your background. My brain feels broken. What do you mean? This is, you know, I'm just in Hasan's house. He lets me use his house while he's banned. What a great friend.
Follows through, basically packaging this as a Hasan is a radical who must be banned. It's a joke, Lamau, he responds to.
Would you tell that joke about Donald Trump?
I think people would tell way crazier jokes about Donald Trump. And
people have told way crazier jokes about Donald Trump. Who was that comedian lady who, like, doesn't be entirely fair? She got actually canceled, like... yeah, Kathy Griffin. Yeah, exactly. Not Leslie Jones. It's like she got actually canceled for that. But like people have told worse jokes about Donald Trump, right? And honestly, people have told worse jokes about Kamala Harris that Asmongold would defend. Like, you know, rewind back 7 months ago to the election time. People have said worse things about Kamala Harris and Joe Biden that Asmongold would defend. But because he's ideologically on the same side as the Republicans, even though he will pretend like he's neutral, that's when it becomes an issue, right? Because he's on one side and Hasan is on the other side, right? Then it's an issue. Then it's a problem when Hasan does it. But when people Asmongold is ideologically aligned with, when Republicans do it, when conservatives do it, when Nazis do it, it's fine. It's chill. It's totally fine for Asmongold. You feel me?
I have told way crazier jokes about Donald Trump. My statement was hyperbolic. That much is obviously clear. But the intention of it was not a call to violence directly against a sitting senator, but instead was to show the hypocrisy of the Republican Party in terms of how...
Yeah, she's sleepy right now, so I don't want to wake her up. She's asleep right now.
How little they truly care about Medicare and Medicaid fraud, because that happens at the point of the provider and not necessarily in the point of the recipients. They want to cut Medicare and Medicaid for the recipients to the tune of $800 billion. And in order to justify that, they will do everything in their power to lie and claim that it's actually your grandparents that are stealing from Medicare and not people like Rick Scott. Because people like Rick Scott either fund the Republican Party and oftentimes the Democratic Party as well, or they sometimes run for office as Republicans.
Rick Scott has won re-election to the United States Senate. Here are the numbers.
That's the point. Now, should the likes of Asmongold seek out further context? I think yes. I think when you have millions of people watching your videos, it would be nice to at least inform them of what the true content.
But Asmongold never does that, right? And as somebody who's also a streamer and someone who, like, even I can say this from perspective of somebody who literally 20 minutes ago, Cheddars came in here saying a bunch of different stuff, right? Olivia quit, you know, H3 or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't believe that. Show me the context, right? Like, I don't take what my chat says at face value, or even things that I watch at face value. I will pause the video, and if something sounds not right, I say, check. Can you fact check this? Is this true? Does anybody have a source for this, right? And that's what somebody who's an actual serious, you know, political commentator would actually do. Asmongold is not a serious political commentator, but he is a political commentator. But he's one that, like, his unseriousness and his, like, bad faith way of dealing with, you know, politics is what attracts so many people to him in the first place. You don't even take your Oman's at face value. You make us prove our claims. I mean, yeah. I don't trust anything y'all say. I don't trust the stuff I say. You know what I mean? Because I'll say something and I'll be like, actually, I'm going to go look this up. I'm going to find something that, you know, reinforces my perspective. Because that's kind of the point. I don't expect you guys to take me at face value 100%. Even did that with Meghan Trainor being married to the Spy Kids kid. Yeah, because that sounded weird to me. That sounded crazy. I was like, that sounds crazy. I don't know if that's true. And then we found out that it was true. I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy. Right? It takes no time. I have internet. I am literally sitting in front of a computer for half of my day, live on stream. I can just open up another tag and figure out what the truth is. The point is, Asmongold gets away with a lot of stuff that he does because he's ignorant of the truth. You know what I mean? He gets away with a lot of stuff that happens because he doesn't know. And so he gets to make whatever claims he wants to make and then hide behind the fact that he doesn't know. And then when somebody proves him wrong, he'd be like, oh, I didn't know about that. Of course you didn't know about that because you didn't do any work to look it up, to figure it out. But he expects to not be called out on it. He expects to, like, not have to address it. Right? When he says something like Palestinians have inferior culture, right, he expects to not be called out on it. But when it does catch wind, and when it does get picked up on Twitter, all he has to do is apologize for it and say he doesn't know, and then turn around and do the exact same thing to a different group of people. Right? That's his MO. That's what he does. It's not about the truth. It's not about the actually getting to the bottom of the point. You know, Spy Kids guy and Megan have two toilets in the restroom to poop together. That sounds exactly like a Meghan Trainor type thing. I'm gonna be real. But actually, no, I'll just take your word for it. I don't even care for a source on that one. I'm gonna believe you. I'm gonna start believing people. I'm gonna start doing the Asmongold and just taking what chat says at face value. I believe this one I believe with no research. Exactly. This is the one I believe with no research. Yeah, this is something I looked at yesterday as well. Not yesterday, but 2 days ago. Or a few days ago. Last week. You know what I mean? It's very important to do your own research and think for yourself. But the man on the screen said something outrageous. Chat, is this true? Oh, Klansman88 in chat says it's true. That's crazy, chat. Yeah. You know Hasan kidnapped my dogs? I believe that too. I'm gonna start believing people. There's a degree of leniency I get to norm people when they just don't know and use that excuse Asman does. However, in the moment you have a platform, you don't have the right to excuse yourself from when you talk about it. I mean, sure, but even people who say I just don't know should not be making claims. You know what I mean? Even people who like just don't know, if they are being combative when you are levying a claim, or like they levy a claim and you push back saying that's not true, right? And then like you're going back and forth on that. Like that person's also not acting in good faith, if that makes sense, right? Because if you don't know, you would take what somebody else who is more knowledgeable on like, this information than you, right? At least at face value, and you at least do work to like prove your claim. But if you like to sit there and stew in your ignorance, like you're not like a faith.
Context is. And now that this context exists, will Asmongold watch this video? Will he go back and say, hey, my bad? Maybe. I'll be honest.
Perhaps. No, he'll watch. I'll say he will watch the video, and he will not say my bad. He will say, I still think it was a call to violence. You know what I mean? He'll say, yeah, to me, it was still a call to violence. In my opinion, it was still a call to violence. Right? You shouldn't say that about anybody or whatever. That's what he'll say. Right? He'll slightly shift the goalpost where he's like not wrong. And in Asmongold's own words, he will do anything in his power to avoid saying, I'm sorry. His words. He hates apologizing. He hates being proven incorrectly. And he will find any little intricacy, again, his words, in order to prove that he's correct and not wrong. This is what he has said. You know? So he'll watch the video, but he'll double down. He'll triple down. Roll the clip? I don't have the clip. I can find it. I can try to find it. Was it during his band thing? Let me see. Apology. I don't care about XQC's reaction. I want to see. Here, transcript. Where's this? Okay, if somebody can find the link, I'll look at it. I'm too lazy to search through all of Asmongold's catalog.
Perhaps he will do that. We shall see.
Donald Trump didn't commit Medicare fraud, but yes, if he did, then yes. Okay, so then no.
He then follows up with another tweet of mine. This isn't Hasan's only first foray into political violence. This was the weapon used to assassinate Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. Archive link and reply to his now deleted post. Well, I didn't delete it. Twitter forced me to delete this.
But I'll tell you this, it's not the first time. This is the second time. No joke. Yes, neither of these, by the way, have resulted in any sort of action from Twitch at all. Your Reddit advocated for killing too. Sorry for spam. Yeah, but here's the difference, right? When did my Reddit advocate for killing people? When did this happen? And also, when did I advocate for it?
He also then, to further push the narrative that I am a radical, a scary radical who advocates for violence, he shows this tweet. Briefly, my old tweet that Twitter actually forced me to ban, which is a tweet where I quote retweeted sitting U.S. Senator Tom Cotton, who was advocating to kill peaceful pro-Palestinian demonstrators all the way from April 16th, 2024, almost an entire year ago, where I famously quote retweeted the doohickey, or I guess a meme of a doohickey that was responsible for the assassination of Shinzo Abe. Now, of course, this wasn't serious. I fib. I did this in response to a sitting U.S. senator who had previously in the New York Times written about executing Black Lives Matter protesters by using the military.
We were asking an apology. I'm looking for the part of the apology where he says that he doesn't like to apologize. If that makes sense. Where he never likes to apologize. I'm just going through the transcript real quick. 804, thank you.
I don't like making apologies because I think words don't matter. But I do think changed actions and changed behaviors do. And so you can take my apology as
okay. This is not what I was looking for. It was the part. It was a time where he said he doesn't like apologizing and he'll find any minute, intricate way where he's not wrong to avoid apologizing. That's what he said. So it wasn't this. So that's what makes me think that it wasn't this video. And I watched it on stream, and I know he said it before.
Mentioned it.
Wait, wrong thing.
And this time around, April 15th, was encouraging people. I'm going to read you his words. Senator Tom Cotton said this: I encourage people who get stuck behind the pro-Hamas mobs blocking traffic. Take matters into your own hands to get them out of the way. It's time to put an end to this nonsense. This was, of course, a direct call to violence from a sitting senator, a direct call to violence against peaceful protesters engaging in an act of civil disobedience.
If something like this happened in Arkansas on a bridge there, let's just say I think there'd be a lot of very wet criminals that have been tossed overboard, not by law enforcement, but by the people whose road they're blocking.
So he then doubled down on it and said, we do things differently around these parts. I mean, he's advocating for a direct call for violence. I jokingly quote retweeted that statement with the doohickey. But of course, that was apparently a bridge too far as well for Asmongold. I'm sorry.
Too far.
I've offended Asmongold's sensibilities. Of course, no comments on Tom Cotton, a sitting U.S. senator, actively urging his constituents to go out and kill peaceful demonstrators who are...
I mean, it doesn't matter. They don't have any consistent positions. They don't need to, right? This is what they always do. They always pretend like, oh, the left is so violent. They want to throw people in jail for disagreeing with them, but also simultaneously claiming that they should be able to kill like the one trans person in their small town that just happens to use like the women's restroom or whatever. They will simultaneously like one tweet saying we should be able to shoot every trans person who's in the wrong bathroom, and the next tweet being like the left is so meanie bobini and they're calling for political violence against their their opponents, and conservatives are oppressed because everybody wants to harm us. Like Asmongold saying that he wants to go and forcibly deport migrants is violent. That is violence. Right? That is violence. That is direct violence. It's Asmongold saying that he wants to go commit violence against an innocent population for the meme, for the jokes, dressed up as Ash Ketchum. You know what I mean? But that's totally fine. Right? That's totally chill. Because it's cool when they do it, and it's a problem when I do it. You know what I mean? I mean, like, the white or left. You don't understand? They're illegal? Yeah, they're illegal. Deportations are peaceful. What do you mean? Yeah. And so it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I do think that it's interesting that this is what Twitch decides to pull the trigger on, and not like the numerous instances of like the Nazis that Asmongold is placating in his chat. Like, I do think that is interesting. That is quite interesting. But, you know.
Dare I say, peacefully demonstrating against a genocide. Well, make no mistake, it's most likely that Asmongold is simply responding to the things that he...
Speaking of, like, peaceful protesters as well, like, Asmongold was cheering on peaceful protesters getting brutalized by the cops as well. Like, that was very clearly biased. Like, Asmongold watched violence happen on his screen, and he was cheering it on. He was laughing. He was enjoying it. Right? Tickling in his fancy. Do they have a pinned comment in Asmon's chat saying if you wanted to do this guy join a Discord server? I don't know. Like, these people, they suck. They suck, they bad, they suck.
He sees in his chat. Having said that, I wanted you guys to see...
Also, okay, one last thing. Sorry, I keep pausing it because I think it's interesting. Like, I love the whole, like, Reddit edgy, you know, white teenagers pearl clutching at the same jokes that they make about marginalized people. Still currently. Again, like with conservatives say about trans people, like they are currently also like on Reddit wanting to kill, you know, trans people or whatever. Like there are people who are in my replies in the tweet that I'll get to in a second who are like even calling me slurs and saying that I should die and, you know, or whatever, who are in that same message pearl clutching about the things I say about Destiny. You know what I mean? Like, or things that they allege I say about Destiny. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
The full context of the story. I was obviously not asking for people to kill Rick Scott. I think
don't care about what
ridiculous.
Anonymous has to say.
I think that justice should be served, however, and justice has not been served.
Doesn't have the same sauce that they had in 2017. They're just kind of libs. Which is kind of lame because you're like a hacker group. You're a hacker group and you're just libs. They're literally just they most of their advocacy is literally just being libs on Twitter, and that's kind of it. And to be fair, like, you know, if you're a hacker, you're not going to talk about the things you're doing in the back end because, like, why would you do that? You know what I mean? But like, that's kind of all they do. That's really it. They're just lib posters on Twitter, lib posting. Just saw the C-Dog did absolute cowards. Oh, right. I forgot that that's the thing, too. Okay. Okay. I mean, we'll get to it. We'll get to the C-Dog thing, I guess. I do not care, Sarah. Jeez Louise. Sarah is committed to trying to get us off track. Focus. We're finishing this video.
In this case, justice rarely ever gets served against rich people who exploit others, against rich people
Sarah,
who
thank you for
defraud the federal
description.
government. You get a $10 million care package with $300 million in stock options for defrauding poor people that absolutely need this medical care. And then Republicans will turn around and act like the real fraud is happening at the point of the recipients and not the point of the providers.
There's about $50 billion estimated that are lost every year in Medicaid just in fraud alone. No one's for that. We've got to make sure we eliminate it. We have the algorithms now to do that. We have advanced technology to find it.
Thank God for Speaker Johnson.
That is my anger. That is my frustration. And every single person, not Asmongold, but Every
Break down his
single
back, baby.
Republican
True.
operative online, from Tim Pool to Libs of TikTok to many others, know that that is the reality. But they also want you to be distracted. They don't want you to realize that this is what the Republicans are doing. So I urge all liberals, progressives, or even people who are worried about their grandparents or their parents losing their health care, people who might be worried about their children no longer being able to receive Medicaid, to focus on who the vectors of harm truly are, what they're actually doing, instead of constantly engaging in petty squabbles. I shouldn't have used the term kill. I should have used either the term capital punishment or just punishment in general. But once again, I've let you down. I've used hyperbolic language, and that hyperbolic language has brought.
Didn't Libs of TikTok cause a bomb threat to a hospital? Yes. A children's hospital, actually. Just if we're going to be entirely clear, yes, Libs of TikTok caused a bomb threat to a children's hospital. Can we see Kaya? Kaya's over there. You don't see her? She's, sorry, on this side. Over there. I forgot I was flipped. Yeah, she's sleeping right now. I can move the camera over so you can see her better. Whoop. Whoop. No, that's just me. Whoop. There we go. There we go.
Trouble my way
Whoever
as one of the largest
during his ban. To be fair, and let me be very clear about this, I did it first. This was my bit from 7 years ago, okay? Like, I had this bit like over a year ago. I did it first. Let's be entirely real and honest and clear. I am the trend. I forgot my freaking sunglasses. I looked down and I saw a notification from Amazon. And I was like, I forgot my sunglasses in LA. Well, I'm going to be sunglassless in Paris. So the grief hits you. It made me so sad. Whoever's accused to buy some. But they were cool. I literally ordered the ones that I broke as well. Man.
Aggressive, leftist.
What are you doing in Paris? Being a champagne socialist, obviously. No. My mom has a conference she's speaking at. She wants a travel buddy. Oh, seriously, you packed some winter clothes, right? It's Dakota F here. I mean, I have some winter clothes, some cool clothes. Existing around tinted eyeglasses. Yeah. Also, okay, for people who live in Paris or have been to Paris before, I speak zero French. How well can I, experience Paris speaking zero of the language? Just say croissant. They're gonna hate you. They're gonna hate me anyway. I'm black. You know what I mean? So that's not gonna be a problem. I'm not worried about people hating me because I can't speak French. You know what I mean? Black people are hated everywhere. You feel me? That's just another day. Another day, another dollar. They hate all Americans. Recently, you'll be fine. I did a semester abroad in Lorraine. In Quebec, they throw you in jail. Hey, just America then. I found English in most European cities. For just a waste of time. That's so funny. My friend, I'm also black, by the way. Hey, twins. Twins. It's a major tourist city, so they definitely know English well. You may or may not see an IRL stream or two. Or I will at least stream one time from the hotel. Most likely during my normal time anyway. But if I can figure out how to do an IRL stream and what to IRL stream, you may or may not see an IRL stream. Maybe I'll IRL stream myself going to like the giant tower thing, whatever it's called. The Leaning Tower of Pisa or whatever.
Political content creators online in what feels like is a sea of reactionary sentiment.
The Eiffel Tower, that's the one. That's the one. The Eiffel Tower.
I am promising you that I will try to use
As in
more
Italy,
deliberate,
Italy, Paris, what's the difference? You know what I mean?
in more careful language going forward. Having said that, of course, in an 8 to 10 hour broadcast when I'm constantly in a contentious battle with members of the chat, because there's always free flow conversation and a lot of back and forth going on in the community, there will probably be some moments that are clippable, but I will try to minimize them to the best of my ability. On that note, I love you all, and I will see you when I'm unbanned.
I thought he was going to leak when he was unbanned. Well, I guess we'll never know. Guess we'll never know.
NP Sharky just subscribed.
It's a pretty good meme. It has not been revealed when Hasan is going to be unbanned. The only people who know is Twitch and Hasan. And so I don't know if Hasan has told people, but some people said Will said 3 days. I saw some people saying that Imhud said 24 hours. I don't know, honestly. I don't know. Sounds like about a week. If it's a week, that is so funny. Because I'm also going to be gone a week. You know what I mean? So, like, it's like he's copying you. That's just how it is. It's like Mike and Denims get the refugees. Imad would know. I mean, so would Will. Already he was unbanned as of today. He's not unbanned right now. He's still banned currently. Am I gonna lurk for a week? I don't know what to tell you. Is this not going to Paris too? If he is, that would be crazy. And I would have to be kind of suspicious about that.
Holy shit, finally Hasan Piker banned on Twitch. Let's go. Now he'll finally have to go outside. Anyways, permaban, please, permaban. Holy shit, finally Hasan Piker banned on Twitch. Let's go. Now he'll finally have to go outside.
That's pretty good, actually. Who is this? It's Kaya, chat. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Back there. Yeah. Yeah. She thinks that she can sleep it off. We know it's her. Kaya voice reveal. She's so tired. She is tired. But yeah. That's the Hasan ban situation.
I live like a capitalist every single day, Shank. I live as a capitalist. Okay?
I have no idea who this person is, by the way. I don't know if I'm supposed to know.
Toth just subscribed. Yo too.
But people are saying that Ethan's being racist to this person. So people said he talked about me here, and I just don't see myself. Maybe China was stoking Ukrainian. Oh, this is the unpaid intern, allegedly. He doesn't play a clip of you. Oh, he just talks about me. Okay, that's fair. Anyway, I do want to also talk about my tweet that's doing very well for some reason. Like, I've learned this, chat. Every time I tweet right before getting on a plane, it blows up. You know what I mean? Every time. Every time. Every time. Just every time I tweet. Not the, okay. Stop. 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 It's not funny, chat. Every time I tweet before getting on a flight, the tweet does very well. The tweet does very well. It performs satisfactory. It good thing happened when tweet before plane. Anyway, okay. Focus, chat. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. Focus, 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 focus. So this is about a situation, and we'll cover this before getting to Ethan stuff, because I don't really care about the Ethan stuff, but it's something we can talk about. We talk about this, and then we'll talk about the Connor Dog VA situation, and then we'll talk about the Ethan stuff if we have time. But okay. Oh, also, does anybody have a link to like Cena and Rae talking about this on yesterday's stream? I caught the last 5 seconds of it, not exaggerating. Also, Small Top, thank you for the 2-month subscription. MP Sharky, thank you for the 21 months. That's crazy. IB333X2, thank you for the Prime as well. Much appreciated, chat. Thank you for all the subs. It's the whole VOD from yesterday. I don't have to freaking go type it in. No audio from the video. Yeah, because it's not. I'm not playing with the audio from. I'm trying to find a friggin'. I'm trying to find the stupid VOD. I don't want to go type. I hate watching VODs on Twitch. It's not uploaded anywhere. This is why I'm using you guys for free labor to go find it for me, chat. Thank you. Hi. You're wondering how the Hasan ban affects people who pay for their subs. They just lose that time. If you subscribed on February 1st or February 8th, if you subscribe on February 8th and Hasan is still banned on on March 8th, you just lose that time. And you don't get to resubscribe until he gets unbanned. It's like his channel doesn't exist. He got charged this morning for the next few months. Yeah. They don't like comp your subs. So Twitch steals the money, essentially. But that is in the TOS. So as a streamer, you agree to that in the TOS. And I know because we looked at it when talking about like the Adpocalypse situation. Jeez Louise. Like Twitch, if you get banned on Twitch or you break the community guidelines of terms of service and they ban you, they keep the money, essentially. They just won't resubscribe you automatically like they usually do. Because the channel doesn't exist. But to say your name just for 15 seconds? No, we'll get to that in a second. I want to get to this situation because it's more important. So essentially what happened is, the context about this is the company from the EU, hello, EU chatters, when they have a multi-month sub and they get permid, I think Twitch still takes the money. I don't think they refund you. You know what I mean? But essentially what happened with this situation is Cena and Rae did a Sisathon, which is basically a marathon stream with Rae and Cena, where they did a lot of different content. They were live for like 7 days straight, essentially. Speed that with your bank. I mean, yeah, you can do that, but like, if you don't do that, Twitch will default to taking your money. I'm pretty sure. Right. But on the last day of like the Sisathon, does anybody have the full clip of this? Only have the 47-second clip. I know there's like a 2-minute clip. Or longer. What I don't understand is security showed up for the guy from attacking ladies and defender wasn't charged or arrested. I mean, they probably just like shoot him off. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I haven't I haven't done like an in-depth view of the clip. I'm waiting for somebody to send me the entire clip if they have it. I can check my bookmark to see if I bookmarked it, but other than that. Also, just this wake clip that I also didn't see, because I was saving it for my stream today. There's a Crash Dummies podcast clip that I want to see. Longer clip, thank you. Jeez Louise. Okay. Also, I do hate these clip farming people. Like these clip farming Twitter accounts. So at the end of the Sisathon, the clips don't really show anything, but it's context. There was a guy who like showed up on stream and were harassing these streamers here. A full guy attacked Emiru after she refused to give him her phone number while streaming with Valkyrie and Cena.
Yes, please. Oh God. Oh God.
So this is the guy, right? And I think 30 minutes before this, he took a picture with them. They stated in a post video a lot where it happened off camera that made it worse. In different clothes. I found it on Instagram if you want it. No. You can post it on Twitter if you want. People have been like looking for it, but like, don't post it here, because I don't want you to get clapped from like for like Twitch doxing or whatever. I don't know. Right? It is there for people to find it if they want to find it. I don't know if Twitch is going to like hold me liable for publishing that information, if that makes sense. So, if it's on Twitter, then I think Rae and Cena probably already have it. It also could be fake. I just, I just don't know how that works. Right? And when the person is actually charged, then we'll cover like the person being arrested and charged and like the mugshot and stuff like that. Right? Once it's been verified, like by the police and stuff. But until then, I'll hold off on that specifically. Sexy Panda Bear, thank you for the 5-month resubscription.
Sexy Panda Bear just subscribed. Aware.
Aware indeed. Pop culture has been going crazy lately. It has been kind of crazy lately. It's insane. So somebody who's familiar with the timeline, this happened after he asked for the picture, right? And he's doing like a proposal to Emiru. It was so weird, man. I think he's trying to make him listen to his music. Like, because I've only seen... Did I lose it? Yeah, I've only seen this part. So I didn't see this part. He waited for them after a ride. Timeline, asked for a photo, asked for a number, then gets rejected, threatens the entire group. I saw both parts live. Really? You see the girls talk about it, they give a lot more details. And we will. I have it open. Wait, this is like the account I don't like, or just the account that I think is fine?
I think I have to go to the tip, but...
Okay, this one's fine. There's one of these streamer accounts on YouTube that are horrible, that are disgusting, and like have like AI clips, and it's you know. Who's watching TikToks of Emiru in front of them? What? Okay. I have to like mentally prepare myself to watch this video, because I feel like it's going to strike my soul. Dude is really unwell and unhinged. You low-key broke Mizkib yesterday? It's rage-inducing? Okay, we're gonna watch. You had to end stream. We're gonna watch. So that we all need to come out and push back again. That's what my tweet was about. Like, and yes, I am stalling. That's what my tweet was about. My tweet, at its core, was about the fact that we, as the streaming space, need to do better, right? We need to do better than allowing this to happen. Because this is not just an example of just one unhinged guy, right? It is an example of an unhinged guy, right? But it's not an isolated incident. This is a product of a wider phenomenon that happened in the streaming landscape, which is why I said this happening right after a campaign to paint these same streamers as untalented or low-effort creators is not a coincidence, right? Like, this mass harassment campaign that was put on Cena and Rae from the Sysathon, but that women in the streaming ecosystem have been faced with for years, leads to this being an occurrence, right? It leads to this level of entitlement. It leads to this incel type culture that young men have been led to believe that these women are there for their expense, right? They're not there making content the same way that men are making content. They're there to entice young men in and like lure them in by like lying about having a boyfriend or whatever, or not having a boyfriend, to get subs and gifts and stuff like that, and donations, and that these young men have now an entitlement towards them, and that's why this happened. Instead of like maybe the fact that you are portraying women as these gold digging leeches on the streaming ecosystem that drives men in the direction that they are entitled to their bodies in the first place is the issue, right? Asmongold contributed to this too. Yes, Asmongold contributes to it. Again, this Optimist tweet here contributes to it. Kaisen has a celeb on stream every other day, it seems. He and Speed consistently do marathon streams and grind games. Meanwhile, 80% of female streamers we saw in the last 5 years are abusing the hot tub meta and promoting OnlyFans accounts. I wonder why they're winning. Like, the idea that like 80% of female streamers are like hot tub streamers who have OnlyFans or whatever, right, leads into it as well. This tweet as well, saying that like, come sit us watch down, come watch us sit down and perm our hair while we eat. Please give us free money. How can these people watch this in the first place? I have no idea, man. Lowest effort content creation imaginable on display here. Like, this also leads into it. It's the same thing. It is very analogous to rape culture, right? It's based in the same thing, which is patriarchy. right? It's based in the patriarchy. It's misogyny through and through, right? And a lot of people are acting dense and acting like they're unrelated. They're acting dense and saying, oh no, this was just one unhinged dude, right? Because it benefits them. It benefits Keemstar from saying, oh no, this is just one unhinged dude. Oh, this is just one dude who's a loser who did this. It's not like a wider phenomenon, right? Because it allows him to then turn around the next day and then stoke up another hate campaign against another woman for no reason. You feel me? It all leads into the same thing. The idea that Pokimane is like undeserving of her success because she's like preying on young men or whatever. That Cena and Rae are undeserving of their success because they are low effort and untalented content creators and they only have an audience because they're attractive. This idea that like all women abuse the hot tub meta or have OnlyFans promotions to like their young fans or whatever. It is all a concerted effort to dehumanize the women in the streaming landscape, right? And if you do that, right, when they're stopped seen as human, then of course you have losers, right, like this, who won't view them as human. So if you are part of the campaign to stop seeing these women as human, the people who engage with that content are of course not going to view them as human and are going to do stuff like this. Right? Which is why I also said, it's the same clip farming Twitter pages that were perpetuating this narrative about women streamers now running around saying how crazy this is. Like, you are part of this too, broski. Because you are. Right? You have Yoxic running around and like clip farming about how, oh, Cinna's cheating on Agent with freaking, I don't know, Ms. Kiffer or whatever. You know what I mean? Oh, here's a clip of Cinna twerking. Look at Cinna twerking. Oh, Cinna says this, or like, or the clips about like taking Pokimane talking about Palestine and being like, Pokimane talks about being a part of the porn industry or whatever, right? Just straight up lying for like steak clips for a couple of dollars from like, you know, steak, stuff like that. It happened to Valky Rae too, and it stopped once they talked about suing these Twitter pages. Right, that's when you finally stop them from doing stuff like that. It's all based in the same thing. It's all based in the same thing. It is dehumanization. And once they are stopped being viewed as human, then the people who engage with this content are inevitably going to turn around and dehumanize them further in real life. That was Tim who did the Palestine clip and ship. I don't think it was Yoxic specifically. It was another account that is gone now. It was another one of the clip farming accounts that deactivated once Pokey was talking about suing them. You know what I mean? Should I feel like anyone who's accused these female streamers of faking being attacked for views is not friends with a single woman? This happens all the time. Yeah. That's what it means. All liability is gone. I mean, they can definitely still be sued, but like it's the inevitable progression, which I think people do not see. You see, Amaranth was robbed. I did see that. Right. It's the inevitable progression. Once you paint, the first step is painting these streamers as undeserving of their success, as untalented, as low effort content creators, as sex workers, because that's dehumanizing, right? That's the first step. And then the second step is to paint them as sexual objects, right? Which that falls into like painting them as sex workers, right? Saying, oh, look, this is Pokimane talking about, you know, her first shot giving a blowjob, or this is Cinna twerking, or, you know, Agent's mad at Cinna cheating on him or whatever. Like, that's step number 2, right? That is a part of the dehumanization campaign. And the third step is, you know, somebody taking all of that, seeing these creators as inhuman, and then going in real life and feeling emboldened by the stuff that they've seen online, and taking that into their own, taking their, taking, you know what I mean? Taking the initiative to go in real life and do this in real life. Taking the matters into their own hands. It's the point I was trying to make. Right? It's disgusting. Pet Kaya. Kaya's asleep right now. I can't pet Kaya right now. She's sleeping. Okay. I'm done stalling. Let's watch this. Normalize misandry. Yeah, no more stalling. Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry. One more thing to stall, because I did have to verify that I saw people on both sides of the aisle, right? I saw people who also who thought that that this was staged, being like, yeah, it's kind of convenient, or it's kind of convenient that it's a coincidence, or it's not a coincidence that this happened right after this. They're trying to attract views or whatever, right? And I saw people, I saw women say or try to, or think that I was saying that as well. Is that I had to verify that I was not saying that this was staged. Like, that was not the point that I was making.
One sub to Frodo_HTX.
Right.
This is their first gift sub in the channel.
Alex B, thank you for the gifted sub. Much appreciated. So people saying that the Amaranth thing was staged? Yeah. I was in Grimlo's chat when Tia Chatter's saying it. Right? I'll be like, man, my point is not that it was staged. My point is that you craft spiteful narratives about women in the space to stoke hate clicks, and it's unsurprising that someone takes that IRL. This incel coded content is dangerous. Right? But there are people who genuinely think that this was like a staged thing because of like this. That people like people think that they saw this tweet in like Keemstar's tweet or whatever, and they were like, we need to stage somebody harassing us for sympathy. Like, that's what people actually think. That is what people think happened. And it's crazy. Alex B, thank you for the gifted sub. People were saying that in the replies, yeah. And I didn't want people, I didn't see this until I got off of a plane. But I don't want people thinking that that's what I'm saying here. Because I don't think I'm saying that, but I can definitely see how people can misinterpret what I'm saying, especially if they see the replies saying that as well. And so I want it to be very clear that that's not what I think. If you read the follow-up thread, I think it's very clear what I'm saying. But yeah, I just wanted to be very clear. But okay. Yeah, but how much losers protect their disgusting on you? Yeah, and so I don't like that. So I have to be very clear that I don't agree with it. Okay, we're gonna watch it. I am stalling. You're correct. I'm stalling. I'm super stalling.
Yes, please. Oh, God. Oh, God, yes, that is. Can I sing for a change? A change for the better, as you would say?
Okay.
And the change would be for her number.
Oh.
If you'd like it, can I get your number?
I don't have a phone. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, put your number in mine.
I don't know how to use a phone. I'm sorry.
Wait, so I'm gonna keep following her.
Huh?
I'm gonna keep following her.
Bro, you said I'm gonna keep following her. Bro, what? You tell they're trying to play it off. I mean, yeah, like this is simultaneously something that happens like on stream as well, but also like women who aren't streamers also deal with this, right? Where like you have somebody who's like asking for your number and you don't want to give your number to them. And there's an added layer of being on stream and it's being a viewer. And you obviously don't want this random viewer who very clearly stream sniped you to find out where you are to then ask for your number to have your number, right? So it's something that women in general deal with, but there's an added layer of, you know, weirdness about it because this person followed them to find out where they were in the first place by watching their stream to then do this, right? So, like, there's no surprise that, like, she does not want to give her number to this random, like, person. You feel me? There's no surprise at all. But besides that, him then turning around being like, I'm just going to keep following you is insane. It's crazy. Right? That's absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Cause like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Insert that Northern Lion clip here? Yeah. Who has that one Northern Lion clip? You know the one, chat. Even if you say they have you have a boyfriend, they won't stop. As a woman, this video sucks to watch because it calls back a lot of personal experiences. I had a guy who kept asking me at the bus stop for my number, and I finally gave in when he asked if he could give me his number. Then he accidentally called himself, so he had my number. That's, yeah. Oh, a completely unrelated video.
Okay. Let's kill him. Let's kill this guy. Let's beat him to death with hammers.
Huh. All right, now let's get back to the actual topic of discussion. We just took a break to see a completely unrelated video. Okay, let's it doesn't make sense to me, bro. Some people are just so insane. What do you mean? I'm just gonna follow her. How do those words leave your mouth and you think that that's totally normal? I don't know. I don't know. We need to accept rejection more. And if you don't want to accept rejection, stay in your house. It's that simple, right? If you can't accept rejection, don't put yourself in a position where you're going to be rejected. Like, how you, like, pick a struggle. You can't simultaneously not accept rejection and then be bold enough to do this with your face on a live stream. Wait, what are we talking about here? So you're bold enough to do this with your face on a live stream, but you're not, you have enough confidence, right? Or I would say arrogance to go on a live stream and ask a streamer with millions of followers who doesn't know who you are, who probably has 50 of you asking for her number every time she steps outside, right? You're arrogant enough to think that you're going to be the guy. You're going to be the guy. Right? You have that level of confidence, but you don't have enough confidence in yourself to know that, like, okay, I can just take an L here and find somebody else. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. It does not compute in my mind, right? You can't be that insecure and arrogant at the same time. I mean, that's the patriarchy. right? Because it's you can only be that insecure and arrogant at the same time if it's entitlement. If that comes from entitlement, right? Because it does. You can only be that insecure and arrogant at the same time if you feel like you're entitled to that. Like children, like toddlers, right? Toddlers have a lot of confidence walking up and taking something and not accepting the ramifications, saying, no, you can't take it, right? Because toddlers, right, feel entitled to it. They have not yet learned that no means no. They have not yet learned that not everything is theirs, right? It is literally baby brain behavior. It's literally baby brain behavior. This person is a toddler, essentially. He has the brain of a toddler. He does not understand that no means no, right? While simultaneously thinks that he's entitled to Emiru, a complete human being, an adult. If I forget, can I set the automatic settings back? Technically, I'm still on the front page, just a little bit lower. But go for it. I can turn it on when I want to be on the front page again. And nobody gets to criticize her response to this guy because she's literally in front of a stalker right now, and that's scary. Some guys in Denim's chat, were saying that they didn't seem uncomfortable because they were joking. Guys understand difficult these situations are to navigate because you don't want to actually a situation where you don't know how they'll react. Yeah, I mean that's very clear. Those guys are stupid. They're dumb, right? And I think that comes from them being this guy in the past, right? They don't want to be faced with the harsh reality that maybe they weren't as feminist as they think they were in the past, and that they perpetuated misogyny and were a part of the patriarchal structure, right? And so accepting that this guy is in the wrong and that the women here are uncomfortable and they're trying to diffuse the situation means accepting that they were a part of the problem in the past. And that's very hard for people to do, right? Exactly like what I talked about a few days ago about former racists. Former racists not wanting to recognize that they still hold racist beliefs, right? And so they run defense for people who are currently racist because they used to be racist in the past, means that they have not yet fully come to the conclusion of learning or unlearning their own bigoted behavior. You know what I mean? Like, if you look at the situation and you don't see women very clearly uncomfortable, I don't know what to tell you. Like, except for you shouldn't be around any women right now, currently. Like, genuinely. If you see what we just watched, we haven't even gotten to the horrible part yet. If you see what we just watched, you don't see women who are very clearly uncomfortable. Like, take a second and reevaluate where you stand, please, for the sake of the women in your life. That wasn't the horrible part? No, it was not. It gets really bad. Trying to figure out what part were we at. Probably back here. Women are obviously always way too sensitive or overreacting. Yeah. I'm assuming that that's what you're... Yeah, sarcasm. I had to take a second and look at your chat history just to be entirely sure that that was sarcasm. Right? Because I wanted to call it out to make sure that chat wasn't starting to dogpile on you. Because chat won't look at your past messages. And chat will see your message and then will dogpile. So I want to be sure, I want to call out that it was sarcasm before the chat started to jump on you. the way men reacted to rejection on dating apps made me stop using them, which is kind of weird because like it's a dating app. The entire point of the dating app is that you're gonna go through people immediately. Like the point of dating apps is just to get through as many people as possible to get to somebody that you mesh with, right? Get to the one. There's a million people there, you gotta get to the one. And so like not understanding, like not getting rejection on dating apps is like, that's the entire point. Whatever. We're talking about irrationality right now, chat. We are literally talking about an irrational mindset. We are trying to rationalize irrationality. And I don't think we're going to be able to do it. Genuinely. I do not believe we're going to be able to do it. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. I just don't want to watch it, bro. It makes me feel icky inside. I need to stall because it makes me feel gross and icky inside. Okay.
Wait, put your number in mine.
I don't know how to use a phone. I'm sorry.
Wait. So I'm gonna keep following her.
What?
Not another one. No! You're gonna have to get in line. There's too many stalkers.
That's not how you really riz.
Bro, what the fuck?
That's not the riz.
Get behind me. Okay. Oh my God.
Kendrick.
Wait, are we getting churros?
Kendrick, add it into the list.
Thanks for coming in, lady.
Thank you so much.
See you tomorrow and take care.
Wait, can we get churros or no? Yes, right here. Oh. You can also get them from the vendors.
Like, if the interaction stopped here, it would be weird, it would be gross, but it would not be abnormal, right? If the interaction would stop here, it would be disgusting and gross, but it would not be abnormal. It would be a regular interaction that women have all the time. But what follows this, I cannot prepare you for what follows this, what happens afterwards. Would a post hang out comment like, OMG, that guy was so weird? Yeah, like even here, they're like, not like Rae was like joking about like, not another stalker. We don't need any more stalkers, right? Then he transitioned to like just being like a weird guy who thinks that like, you know, he's like entitled to a date with Emiru for some reason, into like genuinely a stalker, right? Stream sniping to see a streamer is weird, and you should not do it, chat. I just want to point that out. Like, you should not do it for any streamer. It's weird. You shouldn't do it. It's not good.
Just subscribed.
Right? But then following them transcends this from just like normal stream sniping, which I think is not good to begin with, from normal stream sniping into like just complete, you know, like illegal, unacceptable stalker behavior. Like it's completely crazy. Mike from PA said that this churro move was a heads up play to stay in sight of security in the streetlights. Like Rae is clearly joking because in front of the camera she has to get everything lighthearted and entertaining for the stream. Yeah, it's diffusion, cause like the chat will like, you know, go crazy and like and as they're doing now, the internet is going to scrutinize every frame of this about like, what did these women do wrong? You know what I mean? What did these women do wrong? Oh, look, here, they should have done this differently. Or here, they should have done differently. You know what I mean? And so in order to like diffuse the situation and get people to move on to something else, right? It stops it from becoming like a thing on them. Right? I mean, it obviously still will, but like, again, they're still streamers. It's their job to be entertaining. That's what they're gonna do.
Ooh, it might be better with the vendors. I didn't see any churro vendors though. Did you? There is one. You need, yeah. Do you want some sunglasses?
That's the thing I think men don't understand. Also, online, they're just talking about how they're laughing and joking, but the thing is, even if we aren't being filmed, this is how we react sometimes, because we need to be nice and smiley and not react too negatively because situations become dangerous.
You like me? Incognito time. Stand behind me. I don't like. I'm gonna keep following her. Yeah. Like, where's your little Glock? I mean the lighter. I'll beat him if I have to. Forgot we're in public. No, I'll beat him.
Okay, hold on. I saw a tweet saying this, right? And the tweet said, oh, there was this one girl in the group that said, I'll beat him if I have to. So she was instigating the conflict. And I didn't see this part of it. He's not even here. How can you claim that she was instigating the conflict by saying, I'll beat him if I have to, if he's not here and he comes back around trying to fight people? Like, even in the situation, like if he was there and she's saying, I'll beat him if I have to, that's not provocation, number one. But number two, he's not even here. So how can you blame her for the situation even happening in the first place? It's just, sorry. He was behind them. Yeah, but my point is, like, he's not, like, she wasn't saying this to him, right? You can't instigate somebody who's, like, not supposed to be around you in the first place. You know what I mean? So, like, I just saw that, and I obviously did not believe that was the case. Right, but, like, she says it near the end here, to him because he wouldn't fall off.
What's good? I think we're just gonna go. Let's go. Oh, no, we're not. No. What's up, huh?
Hey, excuse me?
No!
Security?
Emily, no!
Hey,
stop!
Whoa!
It's fucking fight right now.
What?
Right.
Get away from
now.
Hey, what's going Security!
On? He's harassing us.
What's going on? What's going on, man?
Can you hear him banging on something?
Kill you right now. Kill you right now.
Jeez Louise. What?
Security, please! Security!
They said the sound was him banging on trash cans?
Is this the guy threatening to kill us? Him. Security, guys, I got it. Can you let us inside?
That's crazy. Also, I want to point out here as well, people were coming at the cameraman, and like Cena and Rae both came out to defend him, but like being like, why would you let them be attacked or whatever? But like, even from like the perspective of what we see here, he's very clearly like body blocking the girls and holding the guy back. Like, do you want him to like kill the guy with the camera? Like, he's very clearly protecting them. Like, in the video we see here. Yeah, you know, he should have stabbed the guy with a knife that he didn't have, apparently. Like what are we talking about here? It's an insane situation that, like, I don't think anybody should be put in. They even said that, is it Rossi or Rosie? Rossi and Emily are just regular people doing the best they could. Emily Security got banned from TwitchCon for less. Rosie, thank you. Like, just absolute insane. It's an insane situation.
Binker 226 just subscribed.
Like, what? I don't even know, bro. I don't even know, bro. It's absolutely insane. Blink, thank you for the Prime. Also, makes good pink, thank you for the 4 months. It's absolutely insane. And so, Rae and Cinna went live and did a stream yesterday that I also want to take a look at. If Twitch wants to have the liability of promoting IRL streaming, they need to provide streamers with security resources. To expect random people to know how to protect themselves, keep themselves safe is insane. Yeah, they won't though. Ray said he had 30K USD of equipment weighing 20 pounds in his bag. If you don't just drop that and fight someone, especially if the security is right there. Yeah. But he's also like, he's not security. He's a cameraman. People are expecting a cameraman to do security when security was right there. It doesn't make sense, right? It does not make sense. Does not make sense. And I feel like the people getting mad at the cameraman are at least a little bit, better faith than the people getting mad at like Cena and Rae and Emiru. Cause like they want to protect the girls, but like I don't think that like yelling at the cameraman didn't do shit. I mean, I agree with you. I completely agree, and that is a problem with security, right? But the expectation as the cameraman is not that you judo kick this guy who's like, running up to, these girls. And I think that he did try to protect them the best that he could. Yeah, the criticism is misplaced. Exactly. Exactly. Blaming the cameraman is also victim blaming also, yeah. I also feel that he might have been afraid to do that because I might escalate the situation. Should have gone Sanji on his ass. Yeah, just straight up judo kick him. You know what I mean? Put him in a headlock with $30,000 of equipment on you. Was he not holding back too? Like there was a shot at the guy's face. So I assume it's because he was body blocking. Yes, I that's what I think happened. But like, well, you can see what Cena and Valkyrie said. They both did amazing for their friends. They created distance between them and the attacker. Yeah. And men wonder why women would choose the bear. Any man who wonders why women choose the bear are the reason why women choose the bear in the first place. You know what I mean? Like any man who's like, why would a woman choose the bear over a man? Like, you are the reason. You are the reason because you don't understand what women have to go through in these situations. When these situations happen, you're falling on the side of the man in the first place. Like it's just, which is why I think it's completely unproductive if you are a man who cares about like feminism or cares about women in general, right? To even argue about the man in the bear situation. You know what I mean? If that's what you spend your time arguing about as a man, you don't have your priorities aligned. It's the same thing about like misandry. Like if you are a man and you are yelling about misandry and how mean women are to men, like, again, you're the reason why women choose the bear. Yeah, why would women choose the bear and also how dare they not choose me, a nice guy? Exactly. Exactly. It's like me and I'm out of the loop. Don't worry about it. Exactly. If you see someone say men are creeps and you feel offended, you are self-reporting. 100%. 100%. 100%. It's a self-report. It is. It's a self-report. I don't feel the need as a man to defend men. You feel me? Like it's like that's not what I. It's like white people who defend whiteness as a structure, right? Unless you are invested in maintaining the system of whiteness as a structure, then of course you're going to defend, whiteness as a structure. But if you're not going to feel offended when people attack whiteness as a structure. Just like this, like when people attack misogyny as a structure, right? Or men holistically, like if you get offended by that, it's because you adhere to the structure of misogyny. It's a core part of your identity. And you are the person being talked about if you do. Like, Dante's always been great. Dante, for the most part, you know, he's not like, you know, expressly like super like, you know, leftist or whatever, but he's, you know, he has good takes on things like this. He's correct. The aspect of what Cena and Rae went through is common experience for women. The difference for them is the streaming facilities, this type of harassment amplifies access to the women, creepy men. I feel so bad for them. Yeah. You're a dude. When a dude complains about #MeToo, I'm like, wait, what are your allegations? Yeah. Why are you so anti-Me Too? Interesting. So the Fade Boys talk to their audience, which I found encouraging. In the comments, Dante says he has 3 sisters, and also, isn't he married? He seems cool and normal. Yeah, he's cool. I think he was cool and normal before he got married too, because he didn't. He did have 3 sisters. Let's continue.
Hello. Yeah.
I was just telling her, I was like, why does it feel like we did something wrong?
Yeah, it feels like we're in trouble.
It feels like, which is just not the case. Like, this is crazy. It's so crazy. Hello, we wanted to officially end the marathon, have some closure, talk about the situation a bit, and just end it properly because it didn't feel right ending it the way that it ended yesterday. So,
and we do kind of need to like say what happened, because I think a lot of women, a lot of times in this industry, cannot talk about the stalkers they have because it will only make them worse. And unfortunately, this one was very, very public.
Yes.
And I feel like none of us can really move on. And we just want to get it out of the way.
What I find interesting is the shocked reaction some male streamers had this, while the girlies were like, yeah, this happens all the time to all women. I think this is that's overarching problem that like happens when you are like an apolitical creator, right? Which is what I talk about all the time, which is like there is no, you know, apoliticality. Nothing is removed from politics. When you craft a space in your like, you know, cis straight white male space that is like no politics, right? You ignore issues like this until it bubbles up and then becomes an issue in the first place. Political neutrality, sure. Yeah, that works better than what I was saying. Right? And so when you are in an apolitical space who doesn't talk about like drama or whatever, and you don't talk about the fact that the streaming space for the last, you know, 5 years, at least, has been directly hostile to women, and but at least for the past 5 months, the clip farming ecosystem has been stoking up hatred towards women streamers specifically, right? When you ignore that until it gets to the point where like somebody takes it IRL, like, of course you're gonna be surprised by that because you ignored all the warning signs getting up to this point. You ignored women saying, hey, I don't like my clips being taken out of context and made sexual by Twitter clip farmers, right? Or like women having to defend themselves on Twitter from like people saying that they were untalented or how they're exploiting young men for views or whatever. Like, you ignore all of that until it gets to a point where like somebody's physical safety is threatened, and now it's like, oh my goodness, I didn't know this happened. Wow, this is such a surprise. It's so insane, right? And women have been saying this is happening forever, right? Women have been defending themselves for, again, at least the last 5-6 months from this newest wave of harassment specifically. Like, that if you ignore all of that, of course you're going to be surprised. Of course.
While I am still here and
Yes, I'll watch your link. This is the only link that I want to watch before I continue with this video because I don't like getting distracted.
bear?
Well,
Oh my
well.
god, who are you?
All you females said you'd rather be in the woods with a bear than a man, and now look at you. Have fun getting mauled by a bear.
Hey, is this guy bothering you? Yeah.
Whatever, I'm gonna have fun watching you get torn to shreds.
I just ate. I don't really know what you're talking about, but you're being kind of weird.
You're a bear. You attack people. I've seen videos of it.
Well, you're a man, so you also attack people. A lot more people than I do. And you also attack bears sometimes, okay? I saw The Revenant. Like, I only attack things when I feel threatened or I need to eat. Like, you're foaming at the mouth hoping that I attack her to feel self-righteous. That's weird. And if I did attack her, no one would be like, well, what was she wearing? Was she drunk? This is what she gets for camping. And if I did attack her, people would be hunting me down. They wouldn't be like, well, the bear has a promising future in water polo, so maybe we should be lenient. Why don't you just focus on making yourself the kind of man a woman would choose over a bear? Would you like to be escorted out of the woods?
That would be lovely.
Oh my god, is that a bear?
Well,
Oh my god, who are you?
Slightly different today? I know. I got a little tan. Yeah, it was a Brock Turner reference. Man, Brock Turner sucks. Also, water polo is stupid. I'm sorry. I'll say it. I'm sorry to all my water poloers out there. Water polo is stupid. It's dumb. Did you get white people with dreads, Hasan? I did. I didn't notice the background. Do people actually not notice the background? That's so funny. I know that people just come in here and they're just watching and they just don't realize the background.
Rae is here, and also Emmy is safe.
Yes.
She just, you know, she needs
Hi, boss, you
time.
look different. Fizz, what's up? We're gonna start paying you now because I know I never pay you guys, and I'm letting you guys out the basement. You're welcome.
Process it and stuff, and
Is Kaya okay?
we are all-
Kaya's asleep right now. Right, Kaya place. See, she's on place right now. Are you letting chat to finally unionize? No. Is that awesome? Nice. He got out for a few hours yesterday. True. Austin's already got his break. It's not because you give it Sean to be out of the basement too. Who's Sean? You should pay your mods too. No.
all very much still in shock, so please forgive us if we are emotional, but we are not.
We literally were like, let's try to like keep it together.
We are very much in shock, and we need you guys to know like that clip does not do it justice for how scary it was. It was
like it didn't show everything that happened.
And we just want to use it as like a learning situation, because we see a lot of people saying like, oh, I would have done this if I was there, but you have no idea how fast it really happened. We did not know that it was even the same guy up until he made the original thread about following us. We didn't click it.
He changed clothes, apparently, which was insane.
Yeah, so if
Absolutely crazy. I don't even know. I can't even imagine. Like, what? Again, I'm trying to find rationality in the irrational. This person is insane. And so trying to understand his mind is not going to, like, it makes sense. We're not going to find a rational through line in this person's behavior. He's a stalker, insane person. But I don't even understand. Like, did he know that he would be recognized, so he changed his clothes so he wouldn't be recognized? In order to, like... in order to try to stalk more effectively? Like... He had his hood up so properly, but why would he take a picture with them? With his full face out? I don't know. It's, again, complete irrationality. And it shows he's also, like, it was very much, he knew what he was doing, right? It wasn't like a situation where, like, oh, this is just an awkward stream sniper who doesn't know when he's gonna like how to leave, or he wants to still be close to them, but like, you know, like no, bro, like he got a picture, he went home, changed his clothes, came back, waited for them to get off a ride, sat there, and then like did like a proposal to sing for her in exchange for her number. And when she says no and rejected him, he says, "Oh, I'm gonna keep following you anyway," and then kept following you, and then he flew off the hinges saying, "I'm gonna kill you," when he was like rejected in front of like what he knew was thousands of people. Like, I don't even know.
If you guys don't know, he met us earlier, like 30 minutes before, and was, you know, interested. Like, he was just a little cringe, and like we took a photo with him, and he was very nice. And he went and changed clothes, and came back, which is why we didn't know who he was. And I also want to say, before we say anything, like, if you even...
He may have just taken the hoodie off, no? Then what did he do with the hoodie, right? In the video, right? And I do hear you, chat, and I do understand what you're saying. What did he do with the hoodie? I hear your take, and then I raise you. Where did he put the hoodie at? Maybe he left it in the car? But that's the same thing. That's the same thing. It shows that it was planned, right? It was a planned thing. If he just took the hoodie off and he had the hoodie with him, that would be a different situation, right? It would still be bad, right? It would still be horrible, trust and believe. But like, this showed that like, he went, took the, it was premeditated. He went, got the picture, he took his hoodie off so he would not be recognized very clearly, put it somewhere, and then stalked them again for chance number 2 of trying to pick up Emiru. Like, that's crazy. I guess is that he changed into his nice clothes. Maybe we'll never know. What we do know is that he came in a different set of clothes than he was originally wearing for whatever reason. Right? For whatever reason.
And remotely think that Rosie and Emily did anything wrong. Like, I genuinely mean this. Shut the fuck up. Like, seriously. Because you were not there. It is like fight or flight in that moment. And Rosie and Emily did everything they could to protect us so that we could like get away. And like Rosie, even afterwards, like stood out the door. And it's hard when you are like a camera guy and he is holding tens, like literally the equipment that he has on him is so much money. He was literally holding the camera close to him, turning, and like Rosie pushes the guy like away from us. Like, they did so much to help us, and they are not security. They're not trained to do that. Rosie and Emily are normal human beings like us. Like, they're not used to that.
Emily was prepared to like fight him though, even though he was like pulling things out of his pockets.
Yeah.
I just like, it scares me like thinking about that any of them could have gotten hurt.
Yeah.
It was really scary.
Yeah, if you haven't seen, the entire interaction can be condensed into 2 minutes.
Also, it wasn't shown, but he like banged on this trash can in front of the security guard. Like, I don't know if you could hear it.
The way that we knew he was manic was he kept changing, like personality. Like, he would get really happy and be really nice, and then feel threatened and get really aggressive very quickly, and was punching stuff behind us. And when he charged at Emily and stuff like that, and he charged at Emmy, we just went into fight or flight. And for those of you who don't know, like, we know he's a stalker. He pulled up, when he was behind us, he pulled up Emmy's TikToks.
Yeah, he was watching.
And was watching her TikToks and like looking up and like...
Like, that's insane. That's crazy. Like, that's absolutely insane. Like, it's absolutely insane.
and just like
I
staring.
didn't know for sure if he had a weapon, but based on what they saw, I thought it was possible. I mean, yeah, in the moment, you don't know what this person can do, right? You don't know if he has a gun. You don't know if he has a knife. You don't know what he's capable of, right? You have no idea what this person is capable of. No clue at all, right? Especially when they start screaming, "I'm going to kill you," you assume the worst, which you should. You should assume the worst. In a situation like that, you should assume the absolute worst. You should assume that this person has a weapon and wants to physically harm you, right? That is the assumption that you should have, because that is a very real reality. Like, chat, we just talked about, like, last week, some dude who went to a streamer's house and set her car on fire. People are insane. You don't know what these people are capable of. Like, you don't know what. And yes, this actually happened. He was arrested for this. It's an insane story that I won't relitigate. You can watch it. There's a Charlie video on it. But absolute insanity. Absolute insanity.
At us, and he even when like he ran at us and he said he was gonna kill us, he kept running and trying to get something out of his pocket. And like
oh, we said the same thing there. And it doesn't even matter if he didn't have a weapon on him, chat, right? Because his goal is to make them scared, is to make them fearful, right? He could be acting like he has a weapon on them just to scare them for no reason. For no reason at all. Because that gets his rocks off, I guess. Because it makes him feel powerful. Right? Yeah, it's about control. That's all it is. Because it's insane.
Like I said, like you guys, when that clip cuts off, like we had to run into a store screaming that somebody was going to kill us so that somebody would step in and let us in the back. And we were lucky that one of the workers who was not like questioning us actually like believed us, and he put us all in the back. And they're panicked. They didn't know what to do, so they tried to bring us behind the buildings to help us, but we didn't know where he was. I think when we went in the store,
guys arrested.
He backed off because it was a lot of people, and so we don't know where he was. We didn't know where he went, and we had to beg the workers to hide us because they kept trying to tell us that it's not their fault, but they kept trying to get us to go back around where it happened and saying that he was gone, but we said we didn't know if he was gonna come back. And so we had to hide in a shed for 15 minutes until the cops came.
It was terrifying leaving because we didn't know if he was still around or if he changed. We didn't know where he was.
Which he had done before, by the way. That like, whether or not he just took his hoodie off or whatever, it doesn't matter. He has changed before. In this stream, he has put on a different outfit, and he could have done it again and waited for them to come out and actually killed them. Like, we have no idea. No idea what he was planning on doing. We have no idea what he was, like, like what his intentions were. Absolutely no idea. Absolutely no idea. And so, yeah, it makes sense that they were not comfortable just going back to where the scene of the crime was, where he could have just been hiding out in a different outfit to do what he just did all over again. 15 minutes for the cops to show up is a classic LA police moment. Yeah.
He's still out there, but I am investing as much as I can to find this guy. If you have any information on this man, I would like it. We're going to find him, and I'm going to do everything I can to.
Like, no shot he gets away with this. Like, whether or not the cops do anything with the information is a different situation, right? No shot he, like, stays anonymous. Like, no shot. No shot. Straight up, like, bro cannot go into a Ralph store without being caught out. Yeah, people find themselves, like, just no shot. That was never gonna happen, right? Now, whether or not, like, the police actually do anything with this information is a different story, right? They'll have to find him now that he's explicitly said he's going to kill them. Yeah. I don't think the police would do anything, unfortunately. I think if he didn't say he was going to kill them, I would agree with you, right? But he made a very clear threat on their life. It was a very clear threat on their life. They'll charge him with something, in my personal opinion. Right? I feel like if he didn't say that, they would let him go. Right? He made a very clear threat on their life. Very directly, very clearly saying, like, I'm going to kill you. On camera. That is on camera. It was heard him saying those words. Not even just witnesses, but like on camera. Like, the victim's advocate threats on someone's life doesn't change how the uses of police are. Sure. The problem is that it's such a high profile case that happened on camera. Right? The one thing the cops do care about is their perception. You know what I mean? In a situation where, like, that wasn't caught on camera, or it happened not on camera, then yeah. But I think the fact that it's such a high profile situation, and that, you know, again, there's no guarantees here. Cops still suck. They still suck. They're horrible. And there's a good chance that he does not get charged because the cops do suck, right? I think it's a higher likelihood because he made a very clear threat on somebody's life on camera in front of thousands of people in a very high profile instance. All of those things lead very directly into a higher likelihood that somebody will be charged, right? But there's no guarantees here because the cops are so bad. Absolutely horrific. You know what I mean? In that, even if they intend to charge him, that there's a good chance that they just mishandle the case in some way. Right? There's a good chance that they just mishandle some evidence, and then it just gets thrown out in court. That's because the cops are so bad. He said it won't because he didn't mention when and how. And I can see that, but he did very clearly do so while charging at somebody. I think, like, contextually, it's kind of implied. It's like, it's not even an implied threat. The threat is very real. But, like, saying that and saying it while charging at somebody is a bit different. We did say right now in the clip.
Hey, excuse me?
No.
Security?
Emily, no.
Hey,
stop.
Whoa.
It's fucking fight right now.
What?
Get away from
now.
me.
Security.
He's harassing us.
What's going on? Right now. I'll kill you right now. I'll kill you right now.
Yeah, he did say right now. He did say, I'll kill you right now, while charging at them. Like, yeah, like, again, the cops suck. The cops are really bad. You feel me? Really bad. And so there's a good chance that they fumble this case. Also, security's right there. You're witnessing it. Yes, but this is like security for the peer. You know what I mean? This is peer security. They're there to like check tickets, essentially. They're like the ticketers. Where's it at? Yeah. Like that's really it. Yeah, to stop kids from skating, basically. To be still solid, though, it's important. I mean, but still, you know what I mean? Like, there's another witness in the case, but I've seen cops fumble more evidence than this. I'll just say. I've seen the cops fumble cases that are more cut and dry than this. So, I don't want to sit here and say any like absolutes like this person is going to be charged or whatever. I think it's a higher likelihood than similar situations because of everything going around with this, but you know, there's no absolutes here.
Stuff like that makes you want to go to school to be a cop. Well, you'll be too busy stopping innocent people that just run through stop signs instead of actually doing something about that. So there's no point.
True.
They don't care about that. They just care about the dude that ran the stop sign or went 5 miles an hour over the speed limit. They don't care about that.
True.
There's no point going to be a cop. What you mean?
True. Hold on.
Buddy, trust me.
True.
Trust me, they do not care about that. Stuff like that makes you want to go to school.
Right? And honestly, I think this is like pretty normal sentiment. I think most people understand that even if they think that cops are like important to society or whatever, they understand that what the cops actually do versus what they say they're supposed to do not line up. Right? Do not line up. Yeah, most normal people do not like cops. Volume's a little low. Listen, blame the clip, don't blame me. Most people don't like the cops. They think that they're a necessity because they can't imagine a world without cops, right? But like most people have this take. They're like, because people get pulled over. People get pulled over for like driving a bit over the speed limit, and they're like, aren't there like sex trafficking out there? Why are you pulling me over? Because that's how they feel. They feel like they're being harassed by the cops because they are being harassed by the cops, right? To fill up some quotas instead of like cops doing actual investigatory work, because that work is hard and difficult for the cops. It's so hard for the cops to you know, actually listen to victims and do investigations and stuff like that. Hasan unbanned? Oh, it was only a month or day, like I said it was going to be. You're right, he is unbanned. He's told more stories about the Emmy stalkers too, and we'll get to that in a second. Imhud was right. Imhud was right. The rest of you were wrong. It's hard, and we'll get to that in a second. Honestly, and I will say that this is gonna make certain people very mad. This is going to make certain people extraordinarily upset, and that makes me happy. That makes me smile. Yeah. Yeah. Best of both worlds, really. Yeah, like Hasan gets a day off. Everybody in chat gets to experience the real Hasan. That's me. And the haters get vindicated for a day, and then they get to see the next. This is honestly best case scenario. Yeah, but you weren't streaming yesterday? Okay, to be fair, I was on a plane. I could have streamed. My flight wasn't until after my normal stream time ended. But it's like, I can't believe you were live already. Yeah, that's right. I am live. Kaya's back there. Stream on a plane? I don't think that's legal. What's his stream title? Hasan is on Jason's stream. That's not how you spell blasphemy. How do you spell blasphemy? Oh, it's PH. I missed the P. Oh, you not notice your background? I feel like it's like the most recognizable thing in my streams. To be fair, I don't think people normally watch people's backgrounds. Blasphemy with an E. Yeah, it's fine. 2.5 million. Yeah, I do have 2.5 million channel points. Look at all the replies. I love it. I told you the worst people are going to get so mad, and I think that's funny. In for the molding. You don't have to reply. Post. I gambled all mine away. Gambling is a sin. It's haram. I do not gamble. Let's finish this. Go tell Hasan you're in his house right now. You're right. I'll be right back, chat. Hasan, get your maid. Hasan's undocumented maid. Tell Hasan that he is now unbanned. There are so many rooms in this house, bro. Bro, why is there a moat? What could he possibly need a moat for? Okay, over the moats. Take the left by the highway. Down the stairs. Down some more stairs. Down some... Oh, hi, Asmongold. Down some more stairs. Down some more... Vorlo. Down some more stairs. Nope, no, I have no idea where he is. Up the stairs, 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 up the stairs. Jeez Louise, bro. Could not find this man. Acting. He has 10 different $100,000 dogs. I'm saying, bro. Check the bank vault. How could I forget, bro? Take a left by the pile of money. He told me this. He told me this. Take a left by the giant pile of money. Okay. In the vault. No, not... Was it right by the gold bars or left by the money? I think it was take a left by the giant pile of money. Nope, not here either. Jeez Louise. You know what? He's gonna find out when he finds out. Check his son's vault to make sure the gold is still there. Oh no, it's still there. Have you checked the whites only section? That's why I can't find him, right? Right? There was whites only and there was the colored section. I can't go down the whites only path, you know? That's not for me. That's not for me. Okay. All right. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, I forgot past the Twin Zen Towers. How could I forget? 10 out of 10 bit, thank you. Thank you. It's my best. One of my best, I'd say. Also, my hair's not in the... Oh, because my... Up there for sure. It's pretty good. Wait, it was a bit? No. It wasn't a bit. It was entirely sincere. Honestly, the question is, do they want video essays Hasan? He makes too much sense and it's in the best interest of everyone to keep him unbanned. True. Anyway, let's finish this off.
Get this guy. So
yeah, we are trying to do everything so we can get him.
Mhm.
We have evidence that he knew who we
Yes.
were. We have everything. We just need to find him. So if any of you,
At the very least, like if cops are cops and this doesn't go anywhere in a criminal case, sue them. Civil litigation. Do I think it'll work? Maybe not. But does it cost money?
you have any information and you've seen him before or anything, if you can please tell us so we will know, because it's hard sometimes, like when the cops have to go off stuff like that, and I know that it's a lot, but it would help us a lot if anybody has anything.
Somebody will know? 100%. 100%. Right now, it's only in the streaming landscape, but once an article is written about it, because trust me, it will, because the news can't help but, get in on a scoop. And you start seeing it on, like, nightly news or whatever. Maybe not nightly news, but, like, on, like, a morning, local Fox. Probably late community found his Instagram. I don't know how true that is the problem. That's the issue. I don't know. BBC already wrote an article. Forbes already wrote an article. Okay, there you go. Look at LA News. It's GG for him. Yeah, it's cooked. He's cooked. He's cooked. He's cooked. See a picture of them so it's a clear image of his face. Chat, he was on the stream. The picture is one thing. Like, yes, this is clear, but no. This, like, is even more clear. Right? You have his head from every angle. Like, bro cannot, like, go anywhere in LA without being recognized, essentially. Like literally 4K. Like, you have his, like, bro would need to shave his hair, remove his earring, and, like, restructure his face by tomorrow. You feel me? I'm trying to see what is on his phone. Because he was watching Emiru when he was following them. Like, was he also sitting here watching Emiru as well? An AI Emmy song? What? An AI Emmy song? Jeez Louise, bro. Sorry, give me 1 second.
Cool to be a cop.
Oh, wrong one. This one.
Right after this, we're gonna go to the police station.
Yeah.
And we are going to file reports and take it from there. So.
And I want to say again, like, we are all in shock. I don't saw a lot of people saying, like, well, did he actually have a weapon and da-da-da, but, like, when somebody is running at you or even walking towards you.
When a stranger says he's I'm gonna kill you.
And he's getting aggressive and he's
banging on the trash can and he goes from smiling to looking really serious.
And charging at us.
Like he put his stuff on the ground to fist fight Emily.
Like, I'm not joking when I say, like, it escalated so quickly. There is nothing that anybody could have done. It happened so fast.
He got on scooters soon. He's been unbanned. Yeah, but, like, he's not going to be live soon. You know what I mean? So I think I'm fine right now. I'll let you know, though.
And, like, you guys did not see all of it. It is, like, I am, in hindsight,
Install a
very
Bitcoin miner on his PC? You think I haven't already done that? Come on. You gonna let this 4090 go to waste, chat? That was the first thing I did.
Thankful that we were in the area that we were and that we were able to go into the store, because I think if we had been anywhere else on the pier, it would have been a very different situation. Because when you walk down, and if we would have been going into like the parking garage or anything, we would have had nobody. So at least we ran into that worker who I'm very thankful helped us. And yeah, I just, please, like.
Maybe so many of you guys watched Content while banned, won't address it confirmed. I was saying that he should have done this a while ago, and that is just claim to have watched the content nuke off stream. Right? Because if Ethan Klein demanded he watch it on stream, it's obviously he wanted to do it for clout. Right? Just be like, yeah, no, I watched it off stream. So now we can have a conversation, Ethan. How does someone change the title when Sean is singing as PC? That was Fizz, honestly. Right, Fizz? Right, Fizz? Right, Fizz? Right, Fizz? Right, Fizz? It was you. You changed the title, not Hasan. It was Fizz changed the title. Right, Fizz? Right, Fizz? Right, Fizz? Thank you.
Take stuff like this very seriously. It can happen to like anybody if you're male or female.
Yes,
but
it
like,
happens to everybody.
But like, it is so, like, if you ask any girl streamer, they all have stories. And it's not just Emmy, it's not just somebody, like, it's every single girl streamer has a story like this. But we get to use this to talk about it because this one happened
so
public.
It felt important to talk about. So, moving forward, we will be. Oh, you got tissues?
It's sad.
Oh, baby.
We are very much in shock still, just to clarify. And I know people are like probably gonna see us.
And this is the point I want to bring up as well, because obviously this should not be like normalized, and I don't want to sit here and act like it is. Normalized, right? Like Cena's like just entered like the large streaming landscape like a few years ago, right? This is something that is not new. It's something that's like that the women in the streaming landscape have been dealing with for years, right? And I don't have to sit here, or I don't want to speak for Cena and be like, this is like Cena's first like stalking experience, but like it's such a high profile experience that like this is something that like that it happened so very clearly in front of everybody, in a way that is, again, if you've been on the space like Rae has been for like freaking 5 years, 10 years, this has happened to you, right? It's like, yeah, like Rae's like hardened by this, right? Pokey has spoken about it, you know, Maya has spoken about it. Like this happens consistently. This is a women issue way before streaming. Yeah. It's just that it's like an added level of parasocialness. That like you can't, it's like a conversation where like women can't walk down the street at night in the same way that men can. That is extended to like this industry as well, where women cannot IRL stream in the same way as men can. If that makes sense. And that's why it's like an added layer of like how the industry or how this affects this specific industry, right? It's just another example of how women just cannot or do not have the same experience as men do in this landscape.
It display a lot of emotions when we go live next time or whatever, but I think none of us really know how to process this. That was very, very real.
Yeah.
And
And
it's
for the people that are like trying to psychoanalyze and like say that it was fake, fuck you. Like
yeah.
Also, people when you're okay.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
The other thing is those people are just gonna do that.
Yeah.
But you know. It
It's
is
crazy.
what it
Really
is.
wish everyone having crazy stalkers before they went to the pier that night.
People laugh when they're nervous. Sometimes people laugh when it's awkward. I definitely get that way, especially in an uncomfortable situation live on stream.
Yes.
It happens.
The online stats say 8% of women get stalked, 2% of men. I mean, I don't trust online stats generally because, like, you know, they usually lack context for, like, you know, to find like what stalking is, like in that nature. But yeah,
people process things differently, and we're gonna get through this, and we will be much, much, much safer next time.
And like we said, like, you know, this is not like just a random cringe viewer. Like, whether or not he walked at us, ran at us, it doesn't matter. When you have a stranger like that who is holding photos of you in their hand and doing what he did and saying, like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, that is like...
And he charges at you?
It is
like,
to be treated...
You take it seriously.
I mean, you guys can see it in the video. He charged at us. It is an attempt on our life, and, like, we are taking it very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And please, you know, if you are, like, a female streamer, a lot of my friends are, like, guys that go stream. Like, I never thought that, like... I knew it could happen, but you always think that you know what you'll do in that situation. And when you're in it, it is very different. It's easy to say what you would have done in the situation. But when you are having your life threatened and you are in fight or flight, we are not going to wait around to see what he had in his pocket. You're just going to run because there's a guy saying he's going to kill you and reaching for your pocket. Like, that's not an unreasonable thing to think. And, like, Rosie, Emily, me, Emmy, and Rae did the best that we could for the situation that we were in.
Yeah, and something that people bring up as well is that, like, oh, well, male streamers get hate stalkers as well. So, like, it's not something unique to female streamers. And I think people don't understand the difference between, like, there's a difference between, like, you know, hecklers or stream snipers normally, right, that IRL streamers get. Like, even Extra Emily also gets, like, those, like, same hecklers, stream snipers as well. Right, there's a difference between that and there's like a stalker. Like, as Cena was pointing out, somebody who's like holding a picture of you, like, in their hand, like, you know, like, oh, wow, she's real. You know what I mean? And, like, I'm gonna follow her around. Can I play her a song? Will she eat my chocolate? Like, that's not the same thing. Like, it's not. It's not the same thing as when, like, somebody's like walking up to, like, you know, freaking like Lacey. Oh, Lacey, you're cringe or whatever. Like, it's not, and we should not act like it's the same thing. Some stream snipers become memes, which, again, I think that in general, stream sniping is cringe. I don't think you should stream snipe anybody in any circumstance. I don't. Like, even if it's Lacey, even if it's Jason, even if it's Hasan, or even if it's like Extra Emily, like, I don't think you should do it because it normalizes behavior like this, right? It normalizes this behavior. Did a girl give Hasan her number on stream in Australia? I think so.
And that is it.
Yeah.
And I would like to be able to go live again and not have to deal with this, but I know it's gonna be like a lot. So thank you for everybody who is being very nice.
Yeah, thank you for all of the support this past week. It's been a crazy week.
Yeah, and it was a really good marathon.
We bonded a lot.
And it sucks that a marathon that was to highlight women streamers and, like, us do stuff together is unfortunately, like, ending off on something that is one of the worst things that can happen to a female streamer. And we are very thankful that it did not end with one of us getting seriously hurt. And thank you to both Rosie and Emily for all that they did during the marathon, because they helped so much and they've been not sleeping. We've been doing so much to make it as fun as we could, and it's unfortunate that it has to end like this. But we said that we bonded a lot because I don't think you can not bond over trauma. So, you know, we will get through this.
Yeah, I think that's enough.
Yeah, I think.
And I want to point out, like, again, this is what I said on my tweet as well. This is based in the exact same thing as people who are trying to minimize the marathon as being, you know, low effort content, uncreative, cringe, and and all of that stuff, right? They're both based in misogyny, right? They're both based in misogyny, right? It's the dehumanization of women in the streaming space. That's what it is. That's what it is. And when you have a concerted effort to dehumanize these same streamers, it's no surprise that people don't view them as human IRL. Drummer Ho's responsibility for this cyber. I mean, it's just the exact same thing that happened. Not the exact same thing, but it's very similar to what happened to Etika. For people who know the Etika situation, right? And Keemstar's role in the Etika situation. And then after what happened, then him turning around and being like, you know, we all love Etika. You know, he was a good soul in the streaming landscape. We're all gonna miss him. Like, bro, do you not understand your role? The role that you played here? And now you can just turn around and be like, we'll all miss Etika. And that's what they're doing here now, right? These same clip farmers are turning around and clipping this stream out and being like, I hope Cena and Valkyrie are okay. But like literally yesterday or 2 days ago, they were retweeting people talking about how Cena and Valkyrie are like a stain on the streaming landscape and how they just exploit young male viewers for money and how they're uncreative and untalented and they're undeserving of their success. Like, they participate in the dehumanization of streamers, and then when streamers are dehumanized, right, following their dehumanization, then it's like, oh, we're praying for their best. Are you? Are you really? Like, calling it drama adds to the dehumanization? Yeah.
I think so too. Okay. All right. There was many, many good moments this past week. Last night was not one of them, but I hope it was a learning experience for other streamers, whether you're male, female, whatever. It is very dangerous, okay?
Yeah.
It only takes one person, okay?
Yeah.
So be careful, learn from this, and that's it.
And we love you guys very much, and thank you for everything and watching, because we had a lot of fun through all the bullshit and the scrutiny and the shitty people on Twitter. It was fucking fun, and
It was fun,
wish
and we're gonna do it again.
in a different world we would be having lunch on the balcony right now.
I know, we would be having mimosas right
Getting
now.
drunk with our friends
10
and-
other friends with Jason the chef making
Yeah.
us sushi. That was our plan for today.
And ending
so.
the first duo girl marathon.
I know, and
the first one.
I can't believe some people are like, yeah, they faked this so they can end the marathon. Like, this is the best part. Today was supposed to be the best part.
We were on day 7. Like,
it literally was the end of the marathon.
It was
Like,
the end. So, you know, it's just dumb.
But we will
again,
reschedule it. We will do it another day.
And also, we want to clarify, again, we're going in and out of emotions.
Yeah.
We are very much in shock, and we all need to go to therapy.
Therapy!
Very, very quickly. So we are all going to be doing that because we are fucked up right now. So,
I know. Okay, let's end it.
Yes.
All right. Thank you guys so much. And that's it.
I love you guys, and thank you for all the support. Goodbye.
Bye.
I hope for their success. And overall, the marathon was successful. They were the 2 most watched female streamers on the platform for the last 7 days. But I hope that this person is found wherever he is. This person is found, and he's charged to the fullest extent of the law. And I hope maybe the streaming ecosystem can, I don't know, move on from just a specific focus on the dehumanization of women in the space. Maybe. Maybe. That's my hope. I hope that that's the case. I hope that, We can stop with the clips of, you know, just a woman doing something and that being blasted out in these Twitter clip spaces about, you know, just anything. Maybe, probably not though. Probably not though. But yeah. I didn't know you cancer. I'm so sorry. I have cancer.
Bring Sean to meet Pokey. That would be so nasty. That would. Hey Pokey, thanks for you know, doing this for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. We really appreciate it. Sean has been looking forward to meeting you for a long time. Just like walking, it's just Sean. You know, he's got the AirPods with the, you know, the cable attachment like around his neck and like shoved up his nose.
You do what you gotta do to meet Pokey.
He did ask you if it was okay if he refers to you as his.
Ah, come on. I know what he's gonna say too. I know what he's gonna say. Why is it cut off here? Anyway, I wasn't gonna say anything. I was not going to say anything. Try versus Shake Drizzle creative clash for Pokey's hand, bro. I would demolish Shake Drizzle. Don't get me wrong. You see my left hook, bro? Bink, 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 bink. It's gonna be over, bro. The Amanda San shows are gonna be wild. Yeah, I made a tweet about it. The worst people are gonna get so mad at this, and I live for that. There's 1,000 likes already, bro. Okay. Honestly, I think I could probably ratio streamer bans. Because when in a fight you are Gremlo, I have like 5 inches of height on Gremlo. You know what I mean? So that would be like unfair. Yeah, Najee was in my space. Oh man, okay, Najee's is better because he has like his own name here and here. Mine says Hasan, doesn't it? I look behind me. Yep, that says Hasan. Rip. See his previous tweet? We saw his previous tweet. Well, I saw his previous tweet. And that one also says Hasan up there. So I don't have Photoshop, me neither. The sound bars are unavailable. Is this normal? He might have turned them off so people just don't go looking through his VODs, finding something to report again. So I obviously use Photoshop all the time. No, on this computer, I don't have Photoshop. I'm on my old setup now. Let's see. Okay, I only have like an hour left. What is this about?
You know what I mean? Like for me, things that I enjoy. Why would I not show you that? You know what I mean? Like I was going into the minds of parasocial and insufferable orbiting of content that I don't care about. You know what I mean? Like I don't care about it. I only care about, like, you know, Megan Thee Stallion.
Fair.
You know what I mean?
I don't even know what the context of this is, but I agree. Based in real and true.
Y'all really did a podcast. I used to like y'all. Y'all did a podcast with Hasan.
Yeah.
I always forget that he's really popular, so he has a lot of like haters too.
Yeah, whoever said that died slow. But man, you diss Hasan, you diss me.
Y'all really did a podcast.
You notice how they're black? I'm just pointing that out. I'm just pointing that out. I did notice this. It's actually that easy though, yeah. Like, he's not going to do react to clips anymore. What do you mean, Hasan? Oh, Wake. That's fair. That's fair. I get you. It took me a second to realize I was just talking about that. Understandable. Mind you, pretty sure C-Dog has known his song way longer. Yeah, and I didn't get into the C-Dog stuff, honestly, because... So I like Connor. Right? And I think I understand why Connor doesn't want to have Hasan on his Trash Taste podcast. Like, I get it. But I think C-Dog shouldn't have said anything publicly. I agree. I think he traded the short-term gains of like dissing Hasan, if you will, for stopping the bleeding on the Trash Taste podcast, which didn't need the bleeding to stop. You feel me? Because he by his own admission, he lost 4,000 subscribers, which isn't that much. It's not nothing, right? Trust me, I understand it's not nothing, but it isn't that much. And in order to stop the bleeding, he distanced himself from Hasan for like not really any reason. Right? And so I think acknowledging that people are upset is one thing, but then publicly also being like, I told Hasan we're not gonna have him on the podcast anymore. That's a bit, you know what I mean? Like why? He's blaming Hasan for brigading too. I didn't see that. But I've been pressured by the Trash Takes higher ups. I mean, his podcast co-hosts. Like, even if that is C-Dog stands, not saying it when it doesn't get the Brigaders an open W, yeah. But also, he didn't have to share his information with everyone either. But I also know the streaming space in general less. I mean, I agree. Yeah, it was not necessary unless he's trying to like publicly, again, stop the bleeding. Right? But content creators are just naive at the level and depth of harassment. They only see the top level, which is usually misleading. But like, he knows Hasan. He can talk to Hasan. I'm sure Hasan has explained this to him, right? Connor is the biggest of the three, yeah. Connor, he wasn't always the biggest. Connor used to be the smallest of the three, right? It used to be the Anime Man, then Giguk, and then Connor, until Connor's streaming really took off, and then like, Giguk used to be the biggest. It used to be the Anime Man, then Giguk, and then Connor, and then Giguk took off above Joey the Anime Man, and then Connor jettisoned above the largest. The Gig was the biggest, not always. Like 10 years ago, it was the Anime Man, like Joey the Anime Man was like massive. Before like above Giguk even. And then Giguk took off about 6 or 7 years ago, I think, above Joey. And then Connor exceeded all three of them. Right? That's how I viewed what was going on there. Son apparently told folks to go over there and offer pushback on stream. I didn't see him say this. But people were saying it happened. Saying this happened. We're also defending Son overall, so I'll take it as you will. I think I did see him say, like, I don't think he said like go to this stream and offer pushback, but more like where he says consistently, where it's like if you see somebody saying something incorrect, correct the narrative. You know what I mean? Wait, it's Gig UK, not said Gig UK. I'm sure that's what it originally was, but like I always pronounced it Gig UK. I'm back, acquitted. So I just got unbanned. Cheddar, you're late. He got unbanned like an hour ago. It's a corner reaction to publicize? Yeah.
Senk_Pecker just subscribed.
Zheng Pecker, thank you for the 15-month resubscription. Much appreciated. Okay. I only have about like, gosh darn, 15 minutes or 45 minutes. What's wrong with defending yourself? I'm confused. If people are lying about you, why is that being demonized for that? I don't know. Trash Taste is a subsidiary of Blue Walker, which I think is owned by Konakawa. It might have been back in the higher up for Connor to say something.
Ma_94 just subscribed.
I don't think that they would dictate Connor say something. It more just a decision to like not have Hasan on the broadcast anymore, right? Because that would be weird if they were like, Connor, you must. But to be fair, like I don't know the Japanese entertainment industry. But for that, if they were like, Connor, you must make a tweet says 39 minutes ago. Yeah, Hasan was late to his own unbanning. Oh, I mean this tweet. Also, she was late. It was an hour ago. I said it. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I forgot what I was saying. Best thing is don't have Hasan and don't say anything. Yeah, but who knows? You, as a watcher of Trash Taste, if you are Trash Take watchers, can do what you will with that statement. I haven't watched Trash Taste since like their first like 100 episodes, I think. I used to be an avid Trash Taste watcher though. Like I used to watch Trash Taste like as soon as an episode dropped, I watched Trash Taste. But you can make a decision if you still watch to continue to watch, or not to watch. Like I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Yeah, but since it had Hasan, I stopped exactly. Of your Hasan aesthetic today, background and banner. To be fair, the banner has always been there, but the background is definitely stolen from Hasan. Trust and believe. And watching that rubbed the wrong way. And that's fair. Marmar, thank you for the prime, by the way. But yeah. This tweet is doing extraordinarily well for some reason. It has 40,000 likes. Blue Walker is a company that sponsors their visas in Japan, so I could really have been like, you can't have Hasan back on. Yes, but like choosing to talk about it publicly is a bit iffy to me. But that's just me. I covered what I wanted to say about the Rae and Cinna and Emiru situation. We can see what Miskiv had to say about Emiru stalkers, or I can leave you guys with this clip from Ethan while I have to use the bathroom real quick, which actually I might do because it's a little bit lighter. Here, enjoy.
Hasan fat funnel when.
Oh, brother, I don't know what is this power he holds, because he has this whole orbit of pathetic leftists that just like are desperately on him. You saw Sean DeBlack have a meltdown because He only showed his video once.
I think Avery mentioned it on the last stream that Hasan actually invited Sean to his house before.
Yeah.
So he
that's pretty
promoted
nice.
him more than he did with Dean. So I don't know what that beef
Barely
is all
fucking
about.
talked about. He didn't even promote Dean. He just called into his TikTok live.
Yeah.
By the way, Dean, why are you blue balling us on the content nuke? You just, you know what I mean? Just watch the damn thing. Thank you.
Vulnerable community members, please. It's not looking good for that girl. It's really not looking good for that girl.
No, dude, this is sad. Please prove me wrong.
You
Why
too?
do we scrape at the bottom of the pot for scraps? Why are we still doing that?
What?
No! I will be damned if I let a white man
Wait,
show
why the
me up.
fuck does it say I will be burned alive? That is way different than what she said. I will be burned alive if I let a white man show me up. And then here she says, I'll be damned. I guess damned could be like going to hellfire. That's a weird fucking translation.
Scraps, why are we still doing that?
No! I will be damned if I let a white man show me up. And Kendrick now has 2 white men, Macklemore and now Hasan Piker, who have shown him up.
Ugh.
Who's next?
Ugh. There's no bathroom on that side of the room. Or just leave us with Ethan? Cuz. Did you know he talked about you? Yes. I didn't see it, but I knew he talked about me. And so Chatter wanted me to see it.
I think
So. Who is that lady? This lady? Isn't this unpaid intern? She's Hasan's biggest fan. The sister, Hasan hater. Giardia, formerly known as Galia, is unpaid Ukrainian intern. Okay. She's a professional Hasan hate watcher. That's pretty funny. What did he say about me, chat, though? I'm curious. Did he say I was super cool and awesome and amazing? And I was like, I was beautiful? You just mentioned the Dean thing? Yes? That's good. Put a weird inflection on your name. It's not worth it. You said you had a meltdown over Hasan.
Avery mentioned it on the last stream that Hasan actually invited Sean to his house before.
Yeah.
So he
that's pretty
promoted
nice.
him more than he did with Dean. So I don't know what that beef
Barely
is all
fucking
about.
talked about. He didn't even promote Dean. He just called into his TikTok live.
Yeah.
By the way, Dean, why are you blue balling us on the content nuke?
Need to go back further? You said it before this? Oh. What was the timestamp? Is this not the timestamp?
I think Avery mentioned it
Oh, no, it was an app
on
before
the last
this.
stream that Hasan actually her, so she went down this like Hasan funnel when
Oh, brother. I don't know what is this power he holds, because he has this whole orbit of pathetic leftists that just like are desperately on him. You saw Sean DeBlack have a meltdown because he only showed his video once.
I think Avery mentioned it on the last stream that Hasan actually invited Sean to his house before.
Yeah.
So he promoted.
They're all up on my dick. Oh, to be fair, they know the Hasan lore. Do you see him advocating for slave labor? Not yet. Does it mean you're in love with him? Yeah. But to be fair, I've been to the Hasan's house. Wait, hold on. Pause. Wait. I've been to Hasan's house the same amount of time that Ethan has. Right? We should battle it out for Hasan's house privileges. We both went one time. Yeah, I never left. I'm here now. Oh man, he's gonna hate this. He's gonna hate this. Twice now. Sorry, Ethan. I've taken it over. Sometimes I was just space. You didn't even notice Sean never left? Exactly. Did you meet his housekeeper? Oh yeah, the undocumented housekeeper that Hasan abuses and mistreats and underpays. Yeah. He's gonna think you're really there? No, he won't. He's not that stupid. Well, maybe he is that stupid. I wonder if he talks about me again. He'll have me on a stream. I said it. I said, have me on a stream. I'd love to have a conversation with Ethan. No? Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to have a conversation with Ethan. Yeah, I watch his content too. Right? Since he thinks to know why I'm upset, right? Or why I was upset. I'd love to have a conversation with him, just to talk to him. You want to have Hasan on? You have me on, right? He invited Xander on, so he's not above having a black person on the stream. Besides your age, you probably could overcome. Yeah, I'm only 24 years old. I'm a 24-year-old baby. I'm a child. I've never read a lick of Marx. Didn't even pick up Capital. Right? Never read any theory or anything. I am small bean. I used to be on TikTok too. I actually had a smaller platform than Xander did. Right? I have 86,000 followers on TikTok. I was coming back new and improved. So yeah, just let me on the stream. I'm small bean. You platformed Ludwig? True.
Did him more than he.
I don't know. I have a conversation between you and Ethan would be helpful. Not gonna lie, it'd be funny though. Just think about it. It'd be funny. You need that drama? Yeah. Go to 23434. Why? Do I really care? Not really.
More like a lucky cat.
Yo, this picture is rules. You know what to do.
I think she wants.
It's not a birthday one though.
Oh, she just wants a shout.
She just wants Hey Girly.
Never done a Hey Girly.
That can't be true. That can't be true.
I kind of protested, to be honest.
What?
It's up to you. I mean,
definitely.
I'll do it.
I'll do it. I'm in a sauce.
This is a 4-year member.
There it is.
Okay, that kind of counts.
Wow.
You look more like a lucky cat.
Yo, this picture is rules.
What's that?
Alfredo looks crazy. His ears, his face. It really captures his silliness.
What, did you see the other one? Where he's like more like
even crazier.
Also, even better, my watch looks fantastic in this picture.
I didn't notice.
Dude, you gotta watch the
You
first
didn't?
one.
Yeah, I didn't notice.
How'd you not notice?
What about this one?
That one's good too. But I like the symmetry of this one.
That's why I think Olivia quit. Wait, why? I don't get it. What's the lore? Chat, you know you have to give me more than just a timestamp. You gotta explain. Like what Also, no, chat, listen. This is why the chatter's saying the chatter thinks that she quit. You feel me? And so I want the chatter to explain to me why the chatter thinks this, so where the chatter is getting this from. Let the chatter explain. I have no idea what we're talking about here. I just want an explanation. It's a speculation, and I want to know what the speculation is. I don't even understand the context of the timestamp. That's all I want. I want the context of the timestamp. Why would Zach protest doing a girly? I don't even know what that means. I have no clue. Then she said she was sick and started streaming on Twitch. Okay, we're getting so deep down into like the rabbit hole. Okay, we're moving on. We're moving on. We're moving on, bro. I am too normie brain for this. Absolutely too normie brain for this. Hey girly is like the little wave thing that Olivia always does. Okay. I feel like you all should just take a step back and just not. Cool. Oh, did y'all see this? Universal Radio video just dropped. How often do y'all watch H3? Honestly, I need you guys to get help. That's it. Yeah.
John the Black says she's my African princess.
I need you guys to get help. I'm not gonna start this Universal Radio video right now, just because I have to leave soon. But playing time again? No, I have work. Cause I don't, bro. Jeez Louise. Let's continue.
I'm a firm believer on you have to throw your friends in the ocean, bro. You can't hold their hand too long. You can give them an opportunity and you have to let them swim. They have to swim. I'm telling you, bro, a lot of the times you could give your mans the opportunity and shit. But bro, they have to swim. You wanna know why? Because they have to get into the mentality that no one's gonna help them but themselves. You feel me? That's the mentality.
This is so funny to say as a multi-millionaire who was just thrown money by his audience. Like that's so funny. It is.
You gotta trust yourself first. You gotta put yourself front line. You can't just look out for everybody to just help you. You gotta
multi-millionaire. He currently has 120,000. Here, I'll just do a little bit of math. 120,000 times $6 per sub times, we'll say he does 70-30 split, which he definitely doesn't have. That's $500,000 per month just on subs. Just on subs per month. Not ads, not sponsorships. Just on subs. Is it full progression due to pay though? Come on, chatter. $500,000 per month. $500,000. He has a production crew to pay though. Come on, bro. Come on, Shatter. I don't think you can conceptualize how much money that is. That's a lot of freaking money, bro. Not even considering the fact that he did a subathon or the Mafiathon last year, making, well eclipsing this amount of money. Just from ads. Bro is loaded. I'm saying it's not all going to him. No, and mostly it is all going to him, right? His decision to pay people and stuff like that, that's a decision that he can make, right? But the idea that like, oh, you have to like, I'm a big proponent of like, you gotta let people swim. You can't just help them out. You gotta, you know, throw them in the water and force them to swim for themselves. You can't just give people handouts. When you're like, your entire revenue source is built on getting handouts from your audience, essentially, like that's the point. That's the issue, right? This is people just giving him money. And he's drawing issue with like the idea that like, hey, maybe help out the people around you. Right? He's like, nah, bro, you know, you see little Timmy? Give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, you feed him for life. You better go pick up that camera and make your own content. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy.
Earth. You gotta put yourself front line. You can't just look out for everybody to just help you. You gotta just grind, and feel it. A nigga, it builds character too, bro.
Bro is talking about it builds character, making $500,000 a month. Minimum. Like it's kind of wild. That's kind of wild.
Don't set certain shit up easy for them so that they're able to build character and understand.
He says that he purposely doesn't set things up to be easy for them so they can build character. Like, what are you, their dad? Like, it's not your job to build their character. That's my problem. That's my issue. Like, what are we doing here?
I did everything right and they indicted me.
Like, if I come up to making $500,000 a month, I'm making sure my boys is fed. Not just boys, my boys is girls is and MBs, right? My friends. Right? I'm making sure that they taken care of. That's number one. I don't care. I don't need them to like prove their worth to me. I don't need them to prove how much they can do for me. If I'm coming up on $500,000 a month, is that his case? Why would he be giving handouts? If I'm coming up on $500,000 a month, I'm making sure that my friends are taken care of. They're not paying their student loans. They're not paying rent. My family and my friends I'm taking care of them. Off rip, off jump. Because we're not talking about like $100K, you know what I mean? We're not talking about like $200K a year, right? We're not talking about like 6 figures. We're talking about like 7 figures, bro. Minimum. If you don't want to support the people who you call your friends, and maybe they're not your friends regardless. Like maybe they're not. And that's fine. If we're talking about acquaintances, then sure. Talking about people who are just tangentially related to you, all right. They're not your friends though. Like they're not. My friends are taken care of. If I'm making $500,000 a month. That's it. He's treating his friends like employees. I mean, he is. Which, I mean, he can do. Go off, I guess. I think people are bad at understanding huge amounts of money like that. Assuming you're paying 50% taxes, you can buy each friend a house every 2 months and still come out ahead at the end of each year. Yes. Like, legitimately. Like, again, we're talking on just sub revenue alone, a minimum of $6 million a year. Right? A minimum of $6 million a year. That's it. Just another Hasan dick writer? No, I'm Hasan. Do you not see the house behind me, chatter? I am Hasan. That revenue has to be insane too. Yes. It is insane. It's a crazy amount of money.
So that they're able to build character and understand.
Like when you're dealing with that much money, like straight up, I'm not worried about building my friends' character, right? Because there's this idea with this, right? There's an idea that this is a meritocracy. There's an idea that Kai knows best because he's at the top, right? And that's not necessarily the case, because I understand that the world is not meritocratic. We do not live in a meritocracy. The person who is the most successful is not the person who is the most knowledgeable about any given topic at all. Right? It's not. This is classic American brain rot. It is. It's the idea that like we live in a meritocracy and that somebody who is like the most successful is like the most knowledgeable about how to become successful. That's not necessarily true. Right? It's not necessarily true. If it's a meme that is good, hopefully you aren't also anti-Semitic. No, I appreciate you for at least acknowledging that my meme is pretty good. I respect that, chatter. I respect that. Oh, never mind. My mods banned you. Okay. I was just talking about how I respected that chatter for saying my meme was good. I was going to let you stay, but, you know, my mods have other wishes, I guess.
Means to really grind, bro. And understand what it means to really grind, bro.
Why do you want your friends to grind? It would be like you're in the hood and then like you're like, I'm gonna be a rapper to get out the hood, and you like become a famous rapper and you just like hand your friend the microphone. All right, your turn. Now it's time for you to grind too. No handouts. Like, isn't the entire point is that you become successful to bring up the people around you with you? Isn't that the point? Isn't it, the point is that you grind so the people around you don't have to grind. That's the point. Like, and again, it falls into the same like capitalist, you know, meritocratic brain rot that like they're only not successful because they don't understand how to grind. They don't appreciate money, right? You can't give them handouts because then they won't appreciate that money as much. You feel me? Right? Like he's asking for them to do the most. He probably gives them hella money. I'm reacting to what this clip is saying here, chatter. I don't know the intricacies of how much money he gives his friends or not, right? I'm reacting to the words that he is saying from his own mouth. So I don't know which one. Like that's what I'm doing. He is saying these things and I am reacting to them because, you know, that's kind of all we have, right? And if he doesn't actually believe these things, or if I'm misinterpreting what he is saying, then that's a different conversation, right? I hope to try not to misinterpret what he's saying, but I'm reacting to the words that he's saying and making an overarching point about the way that people view ethic and hard work and capitalism, you know, work ethic and hard work. He's waiting for, not saying that he's above criticism, but he has time to grow. I'm 24, chatter. I have a right to engage with somebody who is like my age and you know, give my critiques on it because we're the same age. You feel me? I hate that discussion so much. I hate it so much because I'm like, I'm also 24. Yeah, but he is small bean. Also, I'm pretty sure that he's 23 or 22. But he's a 24-year-old minor. I'm a 24-year-old major. He's only just turned 23, by the way. He's 23. I hate the discussion. Be like, oh, well, you cannot criticize somebody who is young because they have the potential to grow in the future, even if we're like the same age. You know what I mean? Like, I hate that conversation, especially coming to me and having that conversation because I am literally the same age as this person. We are the same age. So what are we talking about here? Like, what did he do? It just, he has a take that I just don't necessarily agree with. Isn't this critique necessary for him to grow? I don't even know. I don't think Kai's gonna see this take anyway. You know what I mean? My take is literally just analyzing what he is saying and why I think it is a misstep in certain instances.
Niggas is outside. You see the jury. Niggas outside. We regular thugger.
Now we outside,
Niggas is outside. You see the jury.
True. Anyway, my point with watching this clip is, let me finish it.
And then at a perfect point when I see them niggas going crazy, then I come in at the craziest time, bro. I'm a firm believer.
And this is what Cosmonaut Marcus had to say. Crazy to say when you've made your living off of free handouts. I don't care who disagrees. Every large content creator makes more than they deserve, myself included. In my opinion, you should be happy to give back as much as you can because every bit of wealth you've earned is because others give you a chance. True. 100%. 100%. Like this idea that like you specifically know better than this other creator knows or know better than your friends know, and you have to be the arbiter of like deciding how successful you can be. Like I don't, again, I'm not gonna sit here and say that Kai is wrong on this. I'm just saying that I don't view it that same way. I have a different mindset. If I come up to be successful to the tune of making $500,000 a month, right? I'm making sure that my people fed. That's it. Not because I expect anything from them. Not because I am like expecting to be the arbiter of their money and dictating what they're gonna do. Right? If that's the case, I'm putting their money in like investments, right? In freaking bonds. They get it when they're 65 years old or whatever. You feel me? And I don't think I should be doing that either. Right? The point is that if I'm in that position where I am that successful and I don't have to worry about my material conditions being sustained, I'm gonna make sure that my bro is also sustained, right? And my girl's also sustained, right? And my family's also sustained. Cause I'm there, you feel me? I ain't got much to worry about. And once everybody around me is sustained, right? Once we chilling, once we good, right? Then I can use the money on myself. If you're applying all the money into stocks and dividends alone, I would be multiple million per year, putting to take care of everybody. Yeah. Also, it's not a matter of age, it's a matter of mentality. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to be, again, the parent to my friends, right? Giving them like an allowance if they act good or whatever, right? Did you make your content for the day, Johnny? Did you go live today? Okay. Okay, here are your $1,000. Like, I'm not doing that. You feel me? I'm not doing that. Now, for like acquaintances and stuff, whatever. That's whatever. You feel me? We're talking about not your friends, but your acquaintances. We're talking about, you know, people who aren't that close to you. That's a different conversation. But if we're talking about my friends, if we're talking about the people who are like next to me, who are like, again, my circle, they're taken care of regardless. But about us, you guys get nothing. Zayn does not mean paying them 100K USD per year is making sure that they have the capacity to do what they want to do with their lives without worrying about their basic needs and material conditions. That sounds like a threat? That's how I would be with money, trust me. If you grow up without and looking at the sources of your pain and oppression, you understand the immense slug and inequality associated with money. Sharing seems reflexive to me, yeah. Yardy's a good example of uplifting your friends with opportunities. I mean, I'm not saying that it can't happen, right? But I'm saying that I'm making sure that my people is taken care of without any need for anything in them to begin with. Maybe I'm misunderstanding Kai's point here, right? But it sounds like he's trying to make his friends understand the value of $1 before he gives it to them type beat. You know what I mean? That's how it reads to me, right? And it feels like belittling. You know what I mean? It feels belittling. Performance-based friendship, yeah. It's actually exactly like what happened with Aiden Ross's streaming group, whatever it was called, SB, I don't know, something SBM, so whatever it was called, right? Where like that was not like a friend group, it was a content opportunity group. Aiden Ross was the boss. No, it wasn't SMP. I don't think that was correct. SSB, is that it? Right? Aiden Ross was the boss, and the other people in the group were the employees, right? And they were paid to stream. You feel me? And that's different than like, bro, why are people ringing the freaking doorbell? And that's different than, like, you know, making sure your friends are taken care of or whatever. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Like, I don't got Kai money, so it doesn't matter regardless. But I agree with Marcus here. Is Hasan trying to get back into the house? Yeah. Hasan had to leave the house when he got banned. And so now he wants to get back in. You and Andre borrowing the house? Throw me in the background? No. Dog barking? That's not Kaya, that's Fiona. It's Marat's dog. Kaya's still asleep. Who else is besides you and Andre? I don't know. Good question. Did you talk to the maid? Oh, you mean the undocumented housekeeper who Hasan underpays and oppress? Yes. But yeah. Anything else, chat? She's a freaking wheeze. Oh, I love the cope, bro. I live for the cope. Under my tweet that has 3.2 thousand likes. Oh, come on. We're almost at the ratio. Let me ratio. Please give me the ratio. Check the sub basement for Vorlo. We saw Vorlo in the sub basement. Keep up, chat. The worst people are going to get so mad at this, and I live for it. It's fine. We all know about the favoritism. cheer now for it. Wait, cheer now for it won't be long. Why does he talk like an anime villain? Cheer now, for it won't be long before Amazon forces a cleaning of the house to make things more fair. Sign is live. Well, you know, that's pretty interesting because it is time for me to go. It is time for me to go, chat. Legitimately, it is time for me to go. I have a meeting that I have to... Technically, it's an interview that I'm conducting. Ukraine crisis sees reform surge to first place. W. Wait, L. Wait, W. Wait, L. I don't know anything about UK politics. Reform is the bad one, right? This is bad? Oh, L. Reform is the Nazi one? Okay. L, boo. I thought Tories were the bad one. I don't know UK politics. You see, in America, it's easy. You have blue, bad, red, worse, other parties, useless. And then libertarian, stupid. So like, I know it's easy. It's easy to figure out what's what there. Tories and conservatives and reform are like AFD. Oh, I know AFD. No good. No bueno. Reform is the worst. Tories like establishment Republicans. Well, that's fun. Good luck, UK. You know, you get a taste of what we have and what Germany has. We're all facing the same thing. We're all facing the same thing. Okay, he's not even back yet. Kicked out of the compound. True. Anyway, I do have to go. Get ready for this meeting. Any final thoughts, chat? Anything you want to say? We talked about John Cena turning heel, which many people bring up. He's banging at the door. Yeah, he's waiting for me to end stream so he can be let in. All right, let me go let him in real quick. How did they know I was watching, chat? This is one of you guys. Can you pet Kaya for us? I will off stream. Don't worry. I'll say bye. Goodbye. All right, chat. You'll see me probably not tomorrow if I'm being entirely real. Maybe not the day after. Sometime in the next few weeks. For the outro song, I don't have an outro song. I gotta leave it on YouTube though. But wait, YouTube chat actually going kind of crazy, by the way. I want to point that out. YouTube chat is actually going kind of crazy. I currently have 150 people watching. Insanity. Does that make you welcome? Yeah, he's kicking me out. So, thanks for watching, chat. Much love. Wear a beret. I'll wear my bonnet like a beret. Yep. Goodbye, YouTube chat. Adios.